Alrighty guys, what's going on everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream, my friends. I hope everyone is doing good out there. Glad to have you all here back for another round of coverage. Today we actually got ourselves a bit of a threat up in the northeast here we're going to have to cover. So we got ourselves a little bit of uncharted territory here in a while. It's been quite a while since I've actually covered the northeast here. And we do have ourselves a... like I said, we do have ourselves a 10% chance for tornadoes today. Before we get on into it, let me go ahead and end that poll. I was running a poll to kind of see, essentially what y'all think about today's risk overall. You probably heard that for a second. Hold on a second, y'all. Let's go ahead and turn that off. All right, y'all. What's up, guys? Let's go ahead and see who we got here so far for today. We have Proxy, we have Kala, we have Mike, we have ourselves Robin. We have Jonathan, we have Indiana, we have Brian, we have Kim. Tabletop, dude, coming in with a $2 super chat, man. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. We'll get to that in a second. We have Kim, we have Mike. What's up, y'all? Let's see here. So Tabletop's saying, what about North Carolina for tomorrow? Yeah, when it comes to tomorrow's threat, I don't think there's going to be much of a concern for you. You just got a marginal risk, a level 1 threat. Nothing out of the ordinary. No tornadoes, so you're good. Just mostly going to be between hail and probably some damaging wind gusts too. But yeah, nothing big, no outbreaks or anything like that for you, my friend. But anyways, y'all, yeah, for today though, like I was mentioning, today's going to be quite an interesting day. It actually looks like they just issued a tornado watch there too. That literally just came out, like probably just a few minutes ago. Let me double check on that. Yeah, just came out just about 5 minutes ago. We just got a new tornado watch out there. So, Storm Prediction Center has issued a tornado watch out there for northeastern and east central portions of New York State. This also includes places out there towards central Massachusetts. The entire state of both Vermont and New Hampshire is under a tornado watch at this point, which is definitely pretty crazy. Like I said, it's not every day that we typically see this out here. We also got ourselves kind of the far western southern portion here of Maine included in that tornado watch. Overall probability, of course, tornadoes is going to be the main thing, but we are seeing potential damaging winds up to 70 miles an hour today, as well as hail up to 1.5 inches in diameter, so we'll have to look out for that. Let's see, what's up, Andy? What's up, Pilot? What's up, guys? What's up, Bryant? What's up, Ponderosa? Let's see, Cena. We have MP. We have Dizzy. What's up, guys? Dizzy saying, hello, I live in Parkersburg, West Virginia. I have a 2% tornado chance, 5 for hail, 10 for wind. So there's probably 15 for wind. So for wind. So what do I do? So honestly, tornado probability in a 2% chance zone is pretty low. I wouldn't stress over tornadoes if you're in the 2% chance zone. Obviously, be weather aware today. Keep an eye on the weather, as there's a potential possibility for a couple damaging wind gusts and maybe some hail, and an isolated tornado can't be ruled out across western West Virginia here today, but the odds are pretty low, and it's something that you shouldn't worry about. That's a bit of a different story, though, up in the Northeast, like I was mentioning. SPC, we did just get like I said, we just got a 10% risk out here, out there for portions of Vermont and New Hampshire, and even Massachusetts is now included in that 10% chance for tornadoes today. So, we got a pretty decent shot out there for tornadic activity. Let me go ahead and turn off that watch for a second, just to kind of show you if it'll even let me turn off the watch here. Here we go. Okay, so yeah, you can kind of see the risk a little better now. So yeah, the yellow areas here, we have a 10% chance of having a tornado within 25 miles of a given point. So, for example, let's say we live out in Lebanon. So within 25 miles of Lebanon there, we have ourselves, a 10% chance of having a tornado drop down somewhere in that radius of you. And of course, 5% chance across the brown, a little bit lower probability out there. And then, of course, we have that dark green, that 2% chance area overall. So the 2% actually is pretty big. I mean, it covers a lot of Pennsylvania there, too, going into southeastern Ohio. And we were mentioning western portions here of West Virginia, even northern Maryland, portions of New Jersey. A lot of the northeast here, there is a possibility out there for some tornadoes across much of the northeast here, but with the bullseye, the heaviest potential, the greatest potential being up there more specifically towards eastern New York State, northern Connecticut, basically Massachusetts, Vermont, and New Hampshire, and portions of southern Maine. What's up, Matthew? Hope you're doing good, man. What's up, Kathy? Jonathan says, what does a 10% risk mean for tornadoes? Like I said, we just mentioned it, kind of what it explains to, like we were mentioning, Lebanon, for an example, within 25 miles of your area, say you're in the yellow. So within 25 miles around you, okay, in all directions, a 25-mile radius around you, there's a 10% chance, so a 1 in 10 shot, that a tornado will drop in that radius, inside of your radius, within 25 miles of you. So that's how this works. Now, if you add up all of the probabilities together, of course, there's quite a few, 25-mile radius points that can fit inside of this yellow area. So it accumulates. The more areas you add, the more probability of having a tornado overall. So, we are talking the potential for, a couple tornadoes today, something that we're going to definitely need to be looking out there for being the main threat. And actually, look at this, y'all. We actually got a pretty big wind threat today as well. Storm Prediction Center actually put out a 30% chance for damaging winds out there. So the red areas here, works the same way. Within 25 miles of you, there's a 30% chance of having damaging winds, possibly up to 60 to 70 miles an hour regarding it. This is a non-significant threat, so this is a non-hatch risk area, meaning that, just winds are going to be mostly gusting between 60 and 70 miles an hour out of these storms here. We're not expecting them to exceed 70 plus today, but, Mother Nature is crazy. It wouldn't be surprising if nature decides to throw us a few curveballs here and there. Anyways, hopping on over to the radar, y'all. So we got a storm, we got a severe thunderstorm warning in place out here. We got it out there towards Keene, Lewis, Elizabethtown, and Westport. Got a severe warning in place just for 60-mile-per-hour winds, nothing too crazy overall. Let's see here. Matthew, dude, thank you so much for the $10, man. Say, I'm about to get on my stream too, bud. Let's see. I wish you have much best today. Or say, I wish you the best today and appreciate you so much. Show him love today, y'all. Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate that, dude. Let me go ahead and leave a like there for you. Thanks, man. Greatly, greatly appreciated. The funding definitely goes a long way with helping us out and help keeping us being able to do what we're doing. So, it is greatly appreciated. So, thanks, man. Definitely appreciate that. Let's see here. What's up, Baseball Babe? Hope you're doing good. It's been a little bit since I've seen you. Hope everything's been well. Logan's saying, with all the topography in play in this watch area, I wouldn't rule out a strong, possibly violent, maybe even long track tornado. Topography, like you were saying, the range, there's a little bit of mountains out in these areas here. There's a lot of hills and valleys in some of the areas that we're covering today, which, that does play a role. I'm going to go ahead and rule out a myth that you guys have probably heard sometime in your life. People, you probably already heard the myth before, where people say that tornadoes can't happen in mountain ranges, and that's false. They can. They can. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just being real with you. They can, and they have many times before. And so just think, like I said, if you're in that mindset where you're thinking, oh, I'm in the mountains, I ain't under any concern, you are. There is still potential for some tornadoes to happen even in mountain ranges. Like I said, I'm not trying to scare you with that. I'm just, here to let you know that is kind of how things work, though. Anyways, let me go take a look at the velocity on this. I was actually tracking these storms before we went live a little bit. There was actually a tornado possible tag on one of these cells. Didn't materialize. But like I was saying there, yeah, we do have ourselves that warning in place for 60-mile-an-hour winds towards Westport, Elizabethtown, Lewis, and Keene. That will remain in effect for the next 34 minutes. Let's see here. Sats Design NY says, is there any update on the futurecast for Long Island? I can pull up the future radar for you. I can show you what's going on. So Long Island, luckily, whoa. Long Island's luckily not going to be seeing as much activity, regarding severe weather as, some of the areas, some of your neighbors up north. But let me pull up the future radar here if I can even find the reflectivity. Is at the top? Composite reflectivity. Here we go. So, just take this with a grain of salt. Models ain't perfect, but there could be some storms rolling through, by later on this evening, maybe this afternoon. Like I said, Long Island is in a 2% chance for tornadoes, so, there is a possibility for a couple tornadoes, but the odds, are pretty low. The probability of Long Island getting one is, like I said, 2% chance within 25 miles of an area, in which, it's a very real possibility that Long Island couldn't have any tornadoes at all. But like I said, you're still in that 2%. There still is a little bit of uncertainty there, so you definitely should keep an eye on the weather. Let's see here. Boston says, let's see here. I'm here in Massachusetts. Do you have a risk for tornadoes? The entire state pretty much has a threat for tornadoes. The greatest potential being there just shyly to the west of Boston. Boston has a 5% chance for tornadoes today. Springfield, Massachusetts, we got a 10% chance out there for tornadoes today. Greenfield, 10%. But yeah, the more further south you go, like Providence, that's actually Rhode Island. But yeah, Providence towards Rhode Island, which is basically near southeast Massachusetts, we got a 2% chance, for tornadoes. So it's a little lower probability more southeast you go in the state of Massachusetts. But, they did extend that 10% risk we had down further to the south. Okay, so that is something that we have to, keep an eye out there for. Let's see. It's very hot in that 2% risk. Yeah, I can imagine, my friend. I can imagine. It's been hot for sure. Let me take a look at those temperatures for you. Kind of see where we're at here. Let's see. Temperatures, METAR, observations. Wow, it really ranges, does it? Look at that. So we have some of those upper elevations were obviously cooler. But a lot of the lower elevations, yeah, we're reading in the lower mid-80s. It's a little warm. A little bit warm out there. Let's see here. So the storms are coming for me, hold on. So the storm's coming for me is a pop-up supercell, then a line. And on velocity, it's showing strong winds and rain. So where is that at? Are you up in, let's see here. I'm not too sure on where you're at exactly. But there will be the potential for some supercells today, of course. And, like I said, supercell just classified as a rotating thunderstorm. There's going to be the possibility for a couple of those today, unfortunately. And like I was mentioning, the greatest probability is going to be up here in that yellow area. Anyways, I don't even know why Canada does this. They have all these rainfall warnings out. Montreal, actually, we have a lot of rainfall warnings in effect. I think it's kind of similar to flash flooding. I'm not entirely too sure. But anyways, but yeah, we got one severe warning. Nothing super crazy going on right now. So I'd be willing to do a couple zip code forecasts if y'all want me to take a look at a few areas. I could definitely do so. Just here to help out, help keep y'all prepared. I'll just let y'all know just on your tornado probability for today. I'm not going to go fully in depth like I normally would. I'll just do the tornado probs just to, kind of help maybe ease your nerves a bit. Because I can get it, especially in a tornado risk that's not really used to seeing many tornadoes. It can be scary, it can be a little nerve-wracking. And so I'm going to be helping out as much as I can. So yeah, like I said, just throw down a zip code. I'll just let you know what probability you're in. Let's see, your MP we're going to get to first. Let's go ahead and do your zip code, my friend. Okay, so you're up in New York. Now, you got a 5% chance. Yeah, 5% chance for tornadoes within 25 miles of your area. Boston, 01832. 01832. This is up here in Massachusetts. Yeah, you got. Oh wow, you're right on. Wow, you're right on the edge of that. Right on the edge of that 10%. But you're actually in a 5% chance zone. The majority of that threat's going to be mostly to your northwest, with the greatest probability, I should say. Jenna wants me to take a look here. Let's go and take a look at Jenna's. Let's see. One, two, got it. Pennsylvania. Let's see. Okay, you're in a 2%, my friend. Yeah, pretty low probability. I wouldn't stress over tornadoes today. You know, the odds are they are pretty low. They're nothing. Yeah, like I said, they're nothing super crazy. Yeah, once again, the main threat's going to be well far up to the northeast here. While there is a possibility for an isolated tornado in western Pennsylvania, really all of Pennsylvania, there's a potential for a couple isolated tornadoes out there. Like I said, your odds are very low of getting a tornado, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Let's see here. All right. Lisa wants me to take a look here at, let's see, we have two Lisas. We have 02719, 02719. Let's take a look here in Massachusetts. You ain't got no tornado probability. Yeah, it's just slightly to your west, northwest there. So you're looking pretty good. Let's see here. But yeah, there's probably still going to be a potential for a couple thunderstorms out there. So I'd keep an eye on that. Lisa 2.0. Let's take a look at Lisa 2.0. Saying it's buffering. Oh, I don't know. Is it buffering for any of you all out there as well? See, 01852, Massachusetts. Okay, so yeah, you're in the 10% chance area, my friend. You do have a pretty decent shot for, a couple localized tornadoes. Still, like I said, even to the point, the odds of you getting a tornado, most of the areas in this area are not going to experience any tornadic activity today. I mean, obviously, that's, not all these areas are going to see tornadoes. Only a select few areas potentially could. While, there is uncertainty, and while there, you are in the area where tornadoes are possible, keep an eye on it, but, don't try not to stress too much over it. All right, let's see here. Karma Cat, let's take a look here at 13440. 13440. Got you, my friend. You are up here in New York. You got a 2% chance, my friend, level 1 on the tornado probs. So pretty low end. Like I said, it doesn't get any lower than this for tornado probability. It's possible for a couple isolated tornadoes out there towards your area, but honestly, it's nothing too big. But just monitor the weather today, because there is still a possibility for a couple of those. Brian wants me to take a look here at 43215. Let's see here. 43215. Let's see. Ohio, Columbus does not have a tornado threat today. You're good, my friend. No tornadoes out there. Let's see. Tasha, sorry. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Once again, I mess everybody's names up. I'm terrible with pronunciation. I mean, shoot, I even pronounce the areas, like these town names, wrong. Okay, so you're in a 5% chance, man. You're right on the edge of the 5 and the 2% chance zone. There is going to be the possibility, for an isolated tornado or two nearby. 5% chance, of a tornado happening within 25 miles of you. So that is kind of what we're looking out there for. Let's see here. What's up, Tank? Hope you're doing good, my friend. What's up, Scott? Hope you're doing good, my friend. Lisa, okay, I'll do another one for you. You said you want me to look at 03060. 03060. Let's see, New Hampshire. All right, so yeah, you're going to be in that 10% chance out there. Yeah, so that's in that the greater probability. Pretty much most of both Vermont and New Hampshire is in that 10% chance zone. So yeah, 10% chance out there, and you're kind of in one of the bullseye areas. So definitely be weather aware today, my friend. Let's see here. Karma Cat says, thank you. Hoping for good storms. I could always love a good storm as long as they ain't rotating. Is Virginia safe from severe weather? Yeah, tornado-wise, yes. There's no threat for any naders out there in Virginia today. Let me pull up SPC on my other page here. Let me pull this up. overall. Yeah, so there's going to be a possibility of maybe a couple severe storms out there towards like central Virginia today. It's possible. You know, it is a possibility. Can't rule out a severe storm or two. But yeah, no tornadoes though. Yeah, no tornadoes. Tornadoes are going to be ruled out in those areas here, thankfully. Let's see here. We're running errands in Lowell, but returning to Nashula in a bit. Gotcha. Boston Sports wants me to take a look here at 01887. 01887. Gotcha, my friend. You're up in Massachusetts. 5% chance for tornadoes today. So you're kind of in that middle threat. But yeah, be weather aware. Definitely keep an eye on the weather today. There is a possibility for a couple tornadoes out there in Massachusetts today. Okay, so, but like I said, try not to let it worry you too much. You know, like I was mentioning, even the odds, like I said, of you getting a tornado is pretty low. It is pretty low. But it's, you know, it's something you shouldn't freak out about, worry about too much, but it's something you shouldn't ignore either, if that makes sense. You know, it's just watch it. Keep an eye on the weather, man. All right. What's up, Catman? Hope you're doing good, man. You're welcome, Lisa. No problem. L. Dot wants me to look at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh. Well, let's go and take a look here. Pittsburgh. Yeah, we got a 2% chance for tornadoes out in Pittsburgh today. So there's a possibility for, you know, a couple isolated tornadoes in the state of Pennsylvania, mostly. But honestly, yeah, nothing super duper wild like it is possibly going to play out up here in the deep, or up in the far northeast, upper New England, upper New England. Let's see here. Tyler, got you, man. Let's take a look here at 26187. 26187. Got you, man. West Virginia, got a 2% chance out there, my friend. Yep, so, you know, an isolated tornado out there in western West Virginia can't be ruled out. Same thing for southeastern Ohio. So, possibility for a couple naders out there. You're welcome, Eldot. No problem. It's Lowell and Nashua. Gotcha. What's up, Mark? Hope you're doing good, man. Saying beautiful day here in Oak Hill, West Virginia. Breezy. Yeah, we have a frontal passage coming through. It's probably why it's breezy a bit. Let's see here. J. Lore says Boston. Yeah, Boston's got a 5% chance. So Boston's kind of in that middle threat for today. You're kind of in that level 2 tornado threat. So we have 3 different levels for tornado activity today. We have the level 1 across the green areas here. It's a 2% chance for a couple tornadoes. We have ourselves the brown, which is a 5% chance out there. For maybe a little bit more activity regarding tornadoes, and of course across the yellow, that's where we could have a few tornadoes in that area. Let's see here. Bobby says, Andrew, what about Kent, Connecticut? Let's see here. This is out in 06757. 06757. Gotcha. Connecticut, here we go. Got a 2% chance out there, man. Level 1 tornado threat, kind of the lower end. While a couple of isolated tornadoes can't be ruled out, like I said, we're not expecting any widespread tornadoes in your area today. But, we could get an isolated one or two. Just keep an eye on it. Karma Cat says, hopefully the 2% will at least give me an exciting storm. We need something. It's been muggy and humid here. Yeah, I hear ya. Well, unfortunately, those storms only make it even more muggy with all that water vapor that's going to be evaporating. But, yeah, temporary, a good storm is a temporary solution for cooling things down just a little bit. Because you get some of that upper-level air, that cooler upper-level air that, gets shot down in your downdraft. And just kind of cools the surface down for temporarily amount of time until all the warm air fills back in and, yeah, makes it hot again. Let's see here. Hope wants me to take a look here. Let's see here. 27560. 27560. Gotcha, my friend. You're up in North Carolina. Ain't got no tornadoes expected in North Carolina today. You are looking good, my friend. Yeah, this is going to be a northeast threat for most of the people out there. You're welcome, Bobby. No problem. Can I look at New Jersey? Yeah. Yeah, New Jersey's got a 2% chance for tornadoes, except for some of those, eastern coastal areas, basically between Neptune and down towards Cape May. We have not really, like I said, portions of like central and western and northern portions of New Jersey could see a couple isolated tornado instances, but the south side, a little bit less likely. It's very unlikely at that point. Let's see. Jason, got you, man. Let's take a look here at your zip code. 45772. 45772. Got you, man. Let's see. You're up here towards Ohio. You got a 2% chance, my friend, up here in southeastern Ohio. There's a possibility for an isolated tornado or two, just across southeast Ohio in general. So the odds, obviously ain't super high out here. They're not super high. Let me take a look. Still got that one severe warning in place, y'all, just for 60-mile-an-hour winds. That's why we're doing a lot of these zip codes right now. Things are still relatively calm at the moment. But yeah, so, a couple isolated tornadoes in southeastern Ohio can't be ruled out today. Let's see here. You're welcome, Hope. No problem. No problem at all. Rage wants me to take a look here. What about, let's see, in New Hampshire, 03225. Gotcha. 03225. You, my friend, are in the 10% chance. Okay, so you're kind of in the bigger chance for today. You're kind of in that bullseye for where the most tornadic activity is going to be possible today. Definitely today's a day to watch the weather. Definitely stay tuned and, stay alert for warnings and stuff like that, because, there's a possibility that we could get, a couple tornadoes in the region, in the area today. So, like I said, just be weather aware. Keep an eye on it. You're welcome, Leon. No problem. Jason, you're welcome, too. Let's see here. Indiana says, how is 41301? Let's see here. 41301. This is up in, Kentucky? Yeah, there ain't no tornadoes expected in Kentucky today. Yeah, as far southwest as that tornado threat goes, it's southeastern Ohio and western West Virginia. I guess that would be kind of northern, northwestern West Virginia today. Let's see here. How's Columbus? Columbus is good. Yeah, there's no shot for tornadoes really today in Columbus. Most of that potential is going to be east of you. Or all of that potential is going to be east of you. Let's see here. Leon wants me to take a look here at 08611. 08611. Let's see here. New Jersey. You got a 2% chance for tornadoes today, my friend. Just a low-end tornado potential. Maybe a tornado or two can't be ruled out across just New Jersey in general. So, yeah, the odds of you specifically getting it's pretty low. Very, very low, actually. So don't let it scare you. But, considering you are in that tornado threat, there's still uncertainty, and, you should keep an eye on the weather today. All right, let's see here. Gaming Gavin wants me to take a look here at 43125. 43125. Got you, my friend. You're in Ohio. Got no shot for tornadoes in your area, my friend. That threat's going to be to your east. Brett's 02864, 02864. You, my friend, are in Rhode Island. Got a 5% chance. You're up there in the northern side. So you're kind of in that middle threat for tornadic activity. So we have 3 different levels today. We have a 2% chance across the green, 5% chance across the brown, and 10% chance across the yellow. So whenever it comes to it, overall, we do got ourselves, like I said, a 5% chance out there for that. Alrighty, let's see here. So we did Brett's. Let's see here. Pat says praying for my family up in Maine. Yeah. Hopefully everything will go smoothly today. Hoping for no big naders. So let's hope not. All right, Brittany wants me to take a look at Clarksburg, West Virginia. Let's see, 26301. Gotcha, 26301 up here in West Virginia. You got a 2% chance, low-end tornado probability. You're right on the edge of that tornado risk today. Odds are you're probably not going to see any tornadic activity, but there is a little uncertainty. Just keep an eye on the weather as that front rolls through. As a couple isolated tornadoes are, they're possible. All right, let's see here. You're welcome, Leon. No problem. Let's see. Steven, we got up next. 42633. 42633. Got you, my friend, up in Kentucky. Like we were mentioning, yeah, no threat for tornadoes in Kentucky today. So Kentucky's good. The areas, the states that are in the potential for some tornadic activity is like, the southern and southeastern side of Ohio, northern, kind of northwestern West Virginia. Pretty much the entire state of Pennsylvania has a possibility. Northern Maryland, northern Delaware, portions of New Jersey, pretty much all of New York State, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, and portions of Maine is kind of where that's at. All right, let's see here. Steven. Did we already do your Steven? Let me take a look at 42633. 42633. That is in Kentucky. Yeah, that's the one we just did. Okay, so yeah, you're not in a tornado threat. Brittany says, thanks for the great coverage, sir. You're very welcome. Glad to be here, my friend. Glad to help y'all out. That's what we're here for. Let's see here. think I'm likely to clear at 14750. It's been raining. I think you might be in that 2% tornado threat, Andy. Let me check on that for you. Let's see here. Yeah, you got a 2% chance. So, you know, a couple isolated tornadoes across just New York, western New York, where you're at, is possible. Like I said, the odds are, you know, pretty low, but there's still a little bit of uncertainty. So, yeah, I'd still keep an eye on it, my friend. Still would keep an eye on it. Let's see here. Rob says, will you guys wish me luck on next weekend, the Special Olympics Ohio State Summer Games on the 20th, 29th, and 30th, Columbus, Ohio. Well, good luck, my friend. How's Eatonton, New Jersey? New Jersey, for the most part, like I said, and just in general, we do have a 2% chance for, you know, a couple isolated tornadoes. You know, it's a possibility we could get a tornado here or there throughout the state. It is a possibility. Can't rule it out. Southern portions of New Jersey, you know, doesn't really have that much of a threat for tornadoes. It's more of like the central and northern side overall. So, let's see. You're welcome, Steven. No problem. Ragtie says, hey, glad you're live. Like and share. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, sharing is like one of the most important things you guys can do to help us out here. Like I was saying, you know, just getting that word out there is everything. You know, the people who are in the region, you know, the more people we can reach, the more potential lives we can help out. And potentially save, you know, depends on the circumstances later on. But, yeah, if you guys could, you know, consider sharing. You know, I'm not the one to ask for much, but, you know, if you could, that would be very good for the others in general. Let's see here. Robin, gotcha. 44601. 44601. That sounds like a familiar zip code. That's out there in northeast Ohio. Actually, so there's not a tornado threat for that zip code. But slightly to the south and slightly to the east there is. But I don't think you're going to see any tornadic activity today. I think you're good. Let's see. Right in the middle of the enhanced risk in a storm chase. Be careful out there, man. Yeah, storm chasing is pretty risky up, especially in those twisty, turny roadways. I wouldn't recommend chasing up there. I really don't recommend chasing in general. Because it's dangerous. I mean, even the professionals, but, you know, especially given the terrain of up in the Northeast, you know, there's a lot of valleys and hills, which, you know, could make visibilities very difficult, making it to where you probably can't see much of anything happening. That's the only thing I'm worried about with people chasing this today, is just bad areas to chase because of all those hills and stuff. Kind of obscures what's happening in front of you. Let's see here. Brian says, hey, Andrew, did you see the Greenfield, Iowa tornado yesterday? I did see, yeah, a couple of them. Yep. We had a couple tornadoes yesterday, unfortunately. Let's see here. JS Storm wants me to take a look here at 01887. 01887. Got you, my friend. You're up in Massachusetts. You got a 5% chance for tornadoes today. Kind of your middle threat for tornadic activity here today. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. Let's see here. Yeah, so we got ourselves a 5% chance for, you know, a couple isolated tornadoes possible. You know, like I said, a little more to your northwest, so that's where the bullseye is at. But yeah, so be weather aware, my friend. Be weather aware. Mike says Eatontown is in the 2%. Is that for New Jersey? Yeah, the probability is, like I said, just 2% out there for portions of New Jersey. All right, let's do a little update on this storm, y'all. Let's go and take a look at that severe. We got 12 minutes left on a severe warning. This is currently in eastern New York State. This is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Elizabethtown, Lewis, Westport, Panton, and let's see here, Vergennes. I'm not too sure on that. You know, just outside of Willsboro and Essex here. Just, you know, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts possible. A couple isolated. I'm used to saying isolated tornadoes. A couple, you know, possibility for some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts out there. There's a little shot for some small hail up to penny size, nothing too big. But yeah, 11 minutes left on that warning. Let me take a look at velocity, just to make sure she's not rotating, which it doesn't look like it. Yeah, we don't got no rotation in that storm either, so that's good. That's good. No rotation, just a flat-out normal thunderstorm capable of producing 60-mile-an-hour winds right now. So nothing too crazy. That's all we got going on right now. All right, Sarah, got you, my friend. Let's go ahead and take a look at your zip code, 44667. Gotcha. Pretty easy zip code to remember. You, my friend, are not in the tornado threat. You are good. There is a little bit of a tornado threat here today, guys, up in southeastern Ohio. There's a possibility for, tornado or two down there. But, yeah, for you, Sarah, you are looking pretty good. GB wants me to take a look here at 01721. 01721. Gotcha. You're up in Massachusetts. Got a 5% chance for tornadoes. So yeah, near Boston, you're kind of in that level 2, that middle threat for tornadoes today. So 5% chance of a tornado happening within 25 miles of your area. So 5% chance. Nothing, super crazy, but just definitely want to keep an eye on the weather today. Okay. All right, let's see here. Very hilly up there. Yeah, especially like Mount Washington? Somewhere up there in, New Hampshire? Yeah, we do got some pretty big mountains up there in some areas. Brian says, the lower level forcing is arriving in the tornado areas. These storms are about to go nuts, Andrew. Yeah, I did see that that lower level wind shear component on the models here a little bit ago. Let me pull up the models for a brief minute, y'all. I do want to take a look at that, kind of see what we're dealing with. Let me go ahead and hop y'all over here to the models for a split second. We'll do some more zip codes here in a second. If y'all have a zip code, go ahead and throw it in chat if you want me to take a look at your tornado probability for today. All right, so let's take a look at our lower level winds here. Wow, okay, so we do have a low located in southern, southeastern Canada here. We are seeing, some of those lower level winds cranking up to around 40, 50 knots, which that's considered pretty decent for, for lower level winds overall. So that is a little concerning. Let's see here. Take a look at the storm relative helicity. I'm going to have to hop to HRRR for that. Oh, yeah. So especially, once we work our way out there towards like 19 and right around 20 Zulu, so that's roughly in about, 2.5 hours or, hold on. Am I doing that right? Yeah, 2.5 hours. That's when I think, HRRR thinks that, we're going to start to see a lot of that potential to grow. Those high SRH values are showing some pretty violent spin potential in our atmosphere with those rotating updrafts. So, yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that later on as we continue to roll down in time. But like I said, for the meanwhile, for current time being, right now, with everything going on, we just got a severe warning. Nothing super crazy. About to expire in about 8 minutes. We do got some more cells popping off here if we hop towards Albany. We got a couple little cells developing to the west. A few little pop-up storms. These guys are far from being severe. They're kind of just starting to go. But as all these move eastward, especially into that tornado risk area there, that's when things are going to potentially really start popping off. So we'll have to keep a close eye on it for sure. Alrighty, let's see here. Ragtie, got you, man. Let's go ahead and take a look at your tornado probability for today. Let's see, 15301. Gotcha. You're up in Pennsylvania. Got a 2% chance. Got a level 1 tornado threat. A couple isolated tornadoes in the state of Pennsylvania is possible today. So keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. I don't, like I said, the odds for you getting a tornado is very, very low. But, just in general, a lot of Pennsylvania today is highlighted in that 2% chance for tornadoes. So, a couple tornadoes in Pennsylvania does seem quite possible. So we'll have to watch that. Let's see here. What's up, Andrew? Saying good afternoon from New York City. From a fellow Andrew, hello from Central Florida, my friend. Hope you're doing good. All right, Tash wants me to take a look at 12494. 12494. Gotcha. New York. Got a 2% chance, my friend. We do got a couple storms starting to pop up near your area to your northwest, but yeah, as of now, you're looking good. But yeah, 2% chance, low end tornado threat. Yeah, keep an eye on those cells as they continue to advance eastward over the next couple hours. Let's see here. Alrighty. So we have ourselves. See JStorm. See 01886. I guess you put in the wrong zip code. Let's see here. Gotcha. Massachusetts. Yeah, I got a 10% chance, man. So you're kind of in that, the biggest risk today. You're kind of in the bullseye. So in this area, you definitely want to be weather aware today. Definitely want to keep an eye on it. As there could be some tornadoes in the area. So keep an eye on it. Let's see. Is there a strong tornado threat today? There is no hatch risk for tornadoes. It's just a 10% tornado probability, which, is a decent decent shot for, several tornado potentials today. But, regarding, the significance or the hatch risk, there is no hatch risk for tornadoes today. Most of the tornadoes should be on the lower scale, mostly between EF0 and EF2. We're not expecting many tornadoes, if any at all, to be EF2 plus, but, way Mother Nature is. And I mean, also the way the HRRR and some of those models are showing, 45, 50 knot lower level jet with some of the SRH values. I'm kind of losing some of y'all there, but storm relative helicity, potential for lower level rotating updraft potential, seems pretty high, over 400 or 500. So I think there could be a possibility of a couple strong tornadoes. I personally do, but SPC wise, there's not. So we'll see. All right, let's see here. Andy, got you, man. Let's see, 43912, 43912. Let's see, Ohio, you got a 2% chance, my friend. Just, a little shot for maybe a couple isolated tornadoes just throughout southeastern Ohio in general. So, yeah, the odds are pretty low, but, we do have a 2% chance. There's a little bit of uncertainty with that, so keep an eye on it. Daniel, let's see here, 46040. 46040. Let's see here. This is up in Indiana. No shot for tornadoes in Indiana today, my friend. You're good. Yeah, we already had that frontal passage. That front has already rolled through those areas, so you're good. All right, let's see here. Jacob, up next, man, wants me to take a look here at 01056. 01056 got you up here in Massachusetts. Got a 10% chance. So yeah, you're kind of in the heavier area today. So there's a possibility for some tornadoes around your area today. Still, just trying to help out. Still the odds of you getting a tornado even in a 10% still unlikely, very unlikely. But when it comes to it, in general there is a possibility for a couple of tornadoes nearby. So today's a day you definitely want to watch the radar and be weather aware. All right, let's see here. HRRR is trending for me on Twitter. Why is that? Because HRRR is a very interesting model. And it's, got a new warning here. Hold on, y'all. So we're starting to get a new warning. We just got a new warning for Vermont here. For Vermont. Just out there towards Starksboro, northwestern side of the state, towards Charlotte, Heinsberg. Just for just for Penny Hale and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So just a little bit of gusty winds out of that storm. Nothing tornadic on it. Yeah, we checked it a minute ago. Let me double check it. There was no rotation. Yeah, just some straight line wind potential on that storm there. Some winds up to 60 miles an hour possible. That's gusts. Not sustained, that's gusts. Can I briefly explain the percent chance meaning? Some think it means 2% chance at a highlighted area. I believe it's out of 100 or so. So the way it works, so across the dark green, we'll use this as an example here. So we'll go ahead and open up a 25-mile box. So right there. So this is 25-mile radius. So say you live right there where I put that marker. So within 25 miles of you, there is a, there is a 2% chance that a tornado will drop just somewhere in that radius. Just doesn't mean it'll be right over you. It just means, somewhere within that radius. 25-mile radius there. And of course, the brown being a 5% chance, that ups the probability to a 5% chance of a tornado being, within 25 miles of your area. And you guessed it, same thing for the yellow, 25-mile radius of you. Say you lived out there in, say you lived out there in Springfield, Springfield, Vermont. That'll put you at about, like I said, a 10% chance of a tornado happening within this circle. So, like I said, the odds just go up. The more, you higher you climb. 2% chance within 25 miles of the dark green, 5% chance across the brown, and then 10% chance across the yellow. Alrighty. Let's see here. Andrew says, do I believe we'll get some individual cells before the main line goes through? Let me look at the models. We'll pull up HRRR for a minute here. I'd like to see it. Oh, going to get rid of that little marker there. So according to the HRRR, we're right around 2 o'clock right now. So this model, give me a second to load. It does kind of show, a possibility of a couple prefrontals, maybe some storms firing off, ahead of that main line of storms that rolls through. It does seem possible. It definitely does seem possible. According to HRRR, of course, this is a model run. They ain't perfect, but it's possible for sure. Well, I mean, we're kind of already seeing it now, actually. What am I saying? Yeah, we're already starting to see it now. If we hop over to radar site, take a look towards Albany, you can already see the main lines kind of back here, and we're starting to get some of those storms developing, ahead of the front there. So that's what it's doing. So let's see here. Melissa, got you, my friend. You want me to take a look at the zip code? 02895. 02895. Let's see, Rhode Island. You're in a 5% chance. So you're kind of in that middle threat for today. So within 25 miles of your area, there is a 5% chance that a tornado will drop, in that area. So within 25 miles of you, there's a 5% chance of a tornado dropping in your region. So definitely would keep an eye on the weather today. I would be weather aware out there today, as there is certainly a possibility for, a couple of, isolated tornadoes in the area. So keep an eye on it. But yeah, try not to worry about it too much. Like I said, once again, even the odds of you getting that's very low. It's like a 1 in 20 chance of happening within 25 miles of you. So it's still pretty low odds, but of course, Mother Nature is crazy, and there is uncertainty there in which you should monitor it. Daniel says it does seem like the tornado threat maybe seems to be dying down, especially getting closer to July. Well, yeah, I mean we're kind of heading out of tornado season. I mean tornado season happens, debatably starts to occur like in sometimes March, April, May, the MAM months. MAM. That's kind of when you have most of the tornadic activity, because you're introducing warm moisture-filled air back into the United States where it was once cool from the wintertime. So there's a lot of steep gradients regarding temperatures. But yeah, obviously as things heat up, as we're obviously seeing here, there's not as much cooler air, not as steep of lapse rates typically in your thunderstorms. But yeah, that's getting a little specific. not the average Joe is probably going to understand what I'm saying. So I try to keep it simple. I try to keep it mostly understandable. Anyways, y'all, well, I'll tell you what I'm starting to notice. We're definitely starting to get a lot of storms popping off out here in eastern New York. I'm going to play that radar loop there. You can actually see, we're starting to get some cells developing just west of Albany. You can start to see a little area here of some storms starting to pop up. What's up, Nicole? Saying hello from New Hampshire. What's up? Hope you're doing good, my friend. Thanks for joining. Melissa says thank you. Good to know. You're very welcome. No problem. If there's anything else I can help y'all out with, feel free to let me know. I'm gonna put on my glasses, y'all. It's my eyesight. Glasses help make my eyes less strained, so that is why I'm wearing my glasses. Just want to go ahead and let y'all know that. But like I said, y'all, if you want me to take a look at your area here, and to kind of see what tornado probability you're in, just feel free to throw down a zip code. I'll be here to help y'all out in terms of letting y'all know where or what potential or what probability you're in. Like I said, we're here to help, my friends. Let's go ahead and hop over here to that severe. We're going to do another little update on this guy. So we do have one severe thunderstorm warning. This is actually tracking into Vermont here. We got a severe warning in place for Charlotte. This includes Hinesburg, Huntington, Starksboro, Bristol, New Haven, Addison. We'll see Waitsfield area. It's just for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Nothing super wild on this storm here. Maybe some penny-size hail as well. There's no tornado tag on it or anything, so that's definitely good. Looking at it now, I don't see any rotation, but I definitely keep an eye on it, in some of these regions eventually, because, as we're continuing to progress, the tornadic probability is going to be increasing over the next little bit, so we're ever so increasing right now, even speaking, so we'll have to watch it. Let's see. Nicole, gotcha, my friend. You want me to take a look here at 03894? Gotcha, 03894. Gotcha, my friend. Let's take a look out here. So yeah, you're actually in the 10% chance zone. You're kind of in that. You're kind of in the big, the bullseye area for today. You're definitely in an area where we need to be watching out for severe weather today. It'll be probably later on this afternoon, this evening. By the time you get those storms, they're still pretty far to your west right now. But they will ever so work their way towards your area later on today. So definitely watch the weather. Definitely want to be weather aware out there because, throughout the state of New Hampshire, Vermont and New Hampshire, there is definitely a possibility out there for, potentially a couple of tornadoes, quite being likely. So we'll see. Storm Prediction Center said likely that we'll have tornadoes out in these regions, which, given some of the parameters that I've been seeing here on the models, like SRH and our wind shear, in general, seems to be pretty high up in some of these areas. So, absolutely. All right, let's see here. Smash says, hello from Ohio. Would I be able to take a look at 43146? We are seeing some storms come through. Yeah, I could do that for you. Let's see here. 43146, 43146. Gotcha. You're up in Ohio. Well, I got some good news for you, my friend. There's no tornadoes expected out in your area today. I do see a little bit of showers. Yeah, a little bit of shower activity out there near you. These guys they're not going to be a problem at all. Just a little bit of thunder showers, maybe some, little showers roll through over the next little bit. But, yeah, no, these guys ain't going to cause you any problems. Yeah, just a little bit of rain here and there. Let's see. Cobalt wants me to take a look at New York. See, 12901. Gotcha. 12901. You're up here on the eastern side, my friend. Kind of northeastern side. Yeah, so you're in a 5% chance for tornadoes, my friend. So you got yourself, 5% chance, of a tornado happening within 25 miles of, within a 25-mile radius of your area. So there's a 5% chance of that happening. Yeah, definitely keep an eye on the weather today. Right now, we do have a little bit of storm activity heading in your area. I got some storms moving east here. You can kind of see them. They're tracking generally in your way. But right now, I don't see any immediate concern regarding the storm activity right now in your area. It's not too crazy. We do got one storm to the south that's kicking off here, but just for some winds. Let's see here. Westman says, hello from Burlington, Vermont. What's up, my friend? Hope you're doing good. Stay safe out there. Yeah, Vermont's going to be possibly impacted pretty heavily today, so let's hope for the best, my friend. But yeah, let's see here. Smash says, you're awesome. Thank you so much. No problem. You're very welcome. Like I said, I'm glad to help y'all out. Oh, just got a new warning, y'all, up here in northern New York. Let's go take a look at that real quickly. It's a new severe thunderstorm warning in effect for, Piercefield. We have Tupper Lake. I couldn't even begin to tell you how to pronounce this one. Oswegatchie? Is that even how? That is probably very much wrong. Y'all right here, can y'all see that? Oswegatchie. I have no idea if that's even right. We also got areas like Newton Falls included. Just same thing, just some 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts out there. Just some gusty winds up to 60. Maybe some small hail to penny hail, which penny hail is not considered anything severe, so it shouldn't be much of an issue. Just look out for a little bit of gusty winds. You're welcome, Cobalt. No problem. Let's see here. Kevin says, Andy, thank you for the New York State / Northeast storm coverage. We appreciate it. You're very welcome, Kevin. Glad to be here, man. Glad to help out with y'all. Like I said, that's the whole reason this channel exists, is just to help y'all out and help keep everybody weather aware and prepared and aware of what's going on with everything. So, absolutely. Did I actually manage to say that right? Cobalt says I said it right. That was kind of a blindfolded. Let's see, Oswegatchie. Yeah, some of these areas are a little tough to pronounce. Let me take a little view over here with y'all for a minute. We're gonna hop the sat. I want to take a look at the satellite view for a minute. Take a look and see what she's looking like. Got a lot of cloud cover up across the Northeast right now. We've had a lot of upper level cloud cover throughout the morning. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of start to make out maybe a little bit of thickening of clouds in this area here, kind of where the storms are starting to kind of brew. But yeah, like I said, most of the areas here today are mostly overcast with a couple broken clouds here and there. But it's probably going to get more cloudy as we progress on with these storms developing. Got some cells out to the west of Albany. Not a whole lot going on out here. Nothing severe for sure, but these guys are growing, so we'll keep an eye on those. We'll be watching them. Let's see here. New York towns are so hard to say. Yeah, some of them are a little difficult. But, I must say, though, a lot of them across the U.S. in general especially Oklahoma and Florida. Oklahoma and Florida are some pretty tough spots. Are some pretty tough states to pronounce, or sorry, towns to pronounce overall. Let's see here. Cobalt says winds picking up quite a bit here in northern New York. Gotcha, my friend. Well, be careful out there. Let me take a look at some MEDAR data. We're going to see just how strong these winds are blowing out here. So let me go ahead and pull up our MEDAR. We're going to look at the wind speeds here. Take a look. So it looks like most of the area we're kind of sustained between like 5 to 15 miles an hour for the most part. Let me check out near that storm there. Yeah, I'm right on 15 miles an hour. We're gusting in the 20s in some spots here. Makes sense. We got a lot of that warm air just pulling up from the south here. Let's see here. But yeah, so like I said, guys, we are doing some zip codes right now since there's not a whole lot of activity going on. So the way this works is, you post your zip code in the chat. I'll plug it into my program here, and I'll let you know based off of the risk here today, what the probability of you seeing a tornado is. Like we were mentioning, the yellow here, this is a 10% chance for tornadoes today. Oh, 48 mile an hour winds. Oh, that's Mount Washington. That's not surprising. 48 sustained out there by Mount Washington. So that's really just, you know what? I tell you what, man. Mount Washington sticking up that far, it's really showing us how strong those lower level winds are today. That lower level jet, we have 48 mile an hour winds there sustained. We're gusting higher, of course. Absolutely. I think we might even have a camera up there. Do we have Mount Washington cams on this site? I don't, maybe not here. Let me see if I can pull up a Mount Washington camera. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm curious to see just how windy it is out there. There we go. All right, let me pull this up for you. Oh yeah, it's a little bit you can hardly see anything out there. Show you a quick little view. It's pretty overcast at the moment. Better yet, it's all covered in clouds. But yeah, we're definitely reporting some strong winds out there across the way. But that weather station up there, it's actually doing us some good recording the data. I don't know the exact height of Mount Washington. Let me see how high up. Let's see here. Mount Washington is 6,200 feet. So, yeah, that's got to be up in your kind of lower mid-level atmosphere. So that's going to be, that's actually a really useful point regarding the winds. We can kind of see how fast those lower level winds are, which is very crucial for tornado development and stuff. Got a special weather statement on these guys. All right, let's see here. All right, Jamie wants me to take a look here at 12205. Gotcha, 12205. Oop. Gotcha, my friend. You're up in New York. Okay, so you got yourself a 5% chance for tornadoes. So we got a couple storms to your west starting to brew. So we got ourselves, 5% chance. So within 25 miles of your area, within a radius of 25 miles, there's a 5% chance of a tornado dropping in that area. Kind of in the middle threat for today. Definitely got to watch out for maybe some tornadic activity. Throughout eastern New York, there's a possibility for, a couple tornadoes. So, due to the uncertainty of where these tornadoes will be, you're in the general area where tornadoes could be possible. So definitely keep an eye on it. Let's see here. Tiny wants me to take a look at 13080. See, wind's picking up, sky's looking a little green. So that green sky you might be seeing, that's typically a common symptom of hail. But like I said, we're not expecting much hail out here today. We do got a little 5% chance for hail today, maybe some 1/4 to 2-inch hail maximum. Anyway, speaking out there, we got ourselves a 2% chance for tornadoes. Like I said, pretty low-end threat for tornadoes. An isolated tornado or two possible across your area. Odds are very low of you getting a tornado. Keep an eye on the weather, though. Obviously, throughout the day, just kind of monitor things. And if a warning is issued for your area, obviously just that way you can be sure you're ready for it, of course. Let's see here. That means I'm not getting in the pool. Or I'm not going to the pool. Gotcha. Tony says, okay, thanks, I subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it, my friend. Like I said, if you guys could subscribe, like I said, I don't ask for much, but it would definitely help out a lot. Help get that word out there, man. Like I said, by you subscribing, it helps YouTube push us further, and obviously helps us potentially reach more people and help more people out. So if you guys could, that would be amazing. Jamie says, thanks so much. I'm new here. I subscribe and like. Thank you, Jamie. You guys are awesome. I appreciate your support, y'all. Let's do a little update on these storms here. We got 2 severe warnings. We got one out there for Vermont. This includes Starksboro, let's see, Ferrisburg. We got Bristol, New Haven, Huntington. We have Waitsfield out there for the possibility of 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny hail. We've got about a half hour left on that warning before that expires. We've got another warning to the direct west here. This is for northern New York State. This includes Oswegatchie, as well as Tupper Lake and Piercefield. This is for, same thing, 60-mile-an-hour winds, penny hail, and expires in 30 minutes. So those will both expire at the same time. Special weather statement down here for East Central New York. This is, special weather statements are under severe warnings. This is not a severe storm, so we're not going to talk about special weather statements that get issued today, but that's just what I wanted to let you all know about. Let's see. Tiny said I was worried about the wind. Giant maple trees taking the power out if they come down. That is true. Yeah, especially given the terrain of the area today, where the potential for tornadoes is going to be. Like I was mentioning, I mean, a lot of hills, a lot of valleys, and a lot of trees. So there's going to be the potential out there for some poor visibilities. That's why I'm saying my chasers out there. I wouldn't recommend chasing an area like this because it's just very hard to navigate around and kind of see. There's not many escape routes for one, and two, there's obviously some pretty poor viewing because of these hills and these valleys. Kind of makes things a little difficult to see. So that's why I would heavily advise against chasing to my people who chase out there, because that's just a very dangerous area to storm chase. But yeah, looks like the growth out there by Albany is really starting to pick up. We got a couple storms to the west here of Albany starting to kick off. Yeah, nothing severe yet, but we'll keep an eye on those. Those will probably eventually pick up severe status here, probably within the next hour or so. Maybe even sooner. We'll see. Velocity says, hey, everyone, back from service. Shout out for Andrew for doing this. Well, thank you, Velocity. I appreciate it. Glad to be here, my friend, and hope everything went well this morning. But like I said, if you guys have any zip codes you want me to take a look at. So what I'm doing here, guys, is I'm taking a look at, like I said, I'm taking a look here at what areas here has, what probability for tornadoes you have. So if you throw your zip code down in the chat, I will let you know what probability for tornadoes you have. Jamie says, this channel is wonderful, getting more info here to my local news weather channel. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate your input. That's very sweet of you. Like I said, I try to do my best I can to help keep y'all informed as much as possible. Let's see here. Local power companies don't do any mail on trees. If big storm, it's going to take a while to get power in some of these rural areas. That's true. That is true. Absolutely. Alrighty, so, but yeah, so just a little bit of an overview, guys. I just want to go ahead and let y'all know real quickly. So like I was mentioning, we got ourselves a 10% chance for tornadoes today. Greatest potential for tornadoes is going to be across Massachusetts, eastern New York State, Vermont, and New Hampshire. So we'll definitely keep an eye out there for that. Also a little sliver of like western, southwestern Maine. Got a 5% chance extending into New York State, portions of Connecticut, a little bit of Rhode Island there, once again Maine. And then we got a pretty decent size 2% chance for tornadoes. So tornadoes will be possible as far southwest today as western West Virginia and southeastern Ohio. Jason, dude, coming with a $5 super chat, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, saying hello and wanted to support your channel. Great weather show, my friend. Thank you, Jason. That means a lot, man, and that helps me out a ton. So thank you so much, man. Big shout out goes to you, Jason. Thank you for your support, man. That's awesome. Let's see here. Time to move the plants. Yeah, that's a good point. That's actually a good bit of information for you guys. If you guys are in this region here that's under the gun for severe weather today, you know, what I'd recommend is if you have anything loose outdoors, you know, such as plants, anything that can be easily blown around in the wind, I would recommend you bring them indoors, you know, until like the storm threat's over, you know, just so you prevent losing your plants and whatever objects you have. Not to mention, you don't want those to go flying into other people's yards and stuff either. That wouldn't be too good. Let's see here. Colleen, I got you, my friend. Let's see. 12401. 12401. You are up here in New York, my friend. Got a 2% chance for tornadoes out there. So you're kind of in the lower threat for tornadoes overall today. Yeah, you're kind of on that low end scale. While there is a possibility for a couple isolated tornadoes in the general area, odds are pretty low. Keep it out of the weather, though, as you know, a couple severe storms are possible. Let's see here. See, Jamie says thunder. Here we go. Yeah, storms are definitely starting to pick up in size and intensity too. You can see they're a lot bigger than they were. You know, once we first started, we've been live for over an hour now, and yeah, they've definitely grown up in size here. Tiny says maintenance, not mail. I figured. I was like, mail? I just rolled with it, kept on going on. Let's see here. Not worried about me, just my garden, says Jamie. Yeah, I hear ya. So yeah, if you could make sure before the storms get there, just bring anything loose that could easily blow around. Bring that indoors because you don't want your plant going through your neighbor's window. That wouldn't be very good, would it? Let's see here. Southwest Ohio. That's why I asked possibility of severe weather the next few days. Southeast Ohio. That's where the tornado threat potential. For some tornadic activity today. Isolated tornado or two can't be ruled out in Southeast Ohio overall. So, my garden is in pots because weather gets bad. Time to put it in the garage. I'll be listening. Cool. Very, very good. That's definitely a good step in terms of assuring that your plants are safe and taken care of. That's that's the last thing you want. Oh. All right, y'all. Things are getting serious. We just got a tornado warning. Just got issued up here in Vermont. First tornado warning, guys, for Starksboro, Huntington, Heinsberg, Jonesville. Also, Bulls Gore. You guys are under a tornado warning. Let's take a look at the velocity here. Okay, so it looks pretty broad. I'm not seeing any really tight rotation with this storm, but they're definitely... It looks like it's trying to wrap up a bit here, so I can see why they put that tornado warning there. So a bit of a heads up for Starksboro, Huntington, and Bulls Gore up here in kind of the northwestern side of Vermont. Northwestern side of Vermont needs to watch out for this, y'all. This tornado warning will remain in effect for the next 23 minutes. But that is our first tornado warning of the day, y'all. Let's see what I can do here. I don't know if I have any Vermont. I don't think I have cams in Vermont, unfortunately. It's a little hard to... Yeah, I don't have any cameras in Vermont, unfortunately. If I did, I would show them. Vermont's just not the best state for live cameras. Not a whole lot of them. But, we're going to have to watch out for this little area here out there near Rockville, Starksboro. I see Moncton Ridge. Area there. Yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye on this area. Like I said, it's not rotating very heavily at the moment, but, like I said, it looks like it might be trying to tighten up. Sorry, I'm just grabbing my blanket here. I'm a little cold. But yeah, it does look like it might be trying to tighten up a little bit there, so we're going to have to keep a close eye on that one. But yeah, once again, y'all, tornado warning in effect. This is for Huntington, Starksboro, Bulls Gore, and Heinsberg. Let me take a look at correlation coefficient. I don't think there's any debris. Wouldn't see any. I don't think there's any debris on this. Yeah. Let's see. You're good, Calla. No, don't worry about it. Kevin says, nice thunderstorm passing through Pulaski, New York. If you're in the area, be weather aware. Absolutely. Let's see. Fonda is 30 minutes directly west of Albany. Winds whip, silence, silence whip, silence. I can see a storm coming up from, Gilboa, Middleburg, etc. Gotcha. Be safe out there, my friend. new looking, it would be beneficial. I was watching reflectivity and thought, meh, showers. What do I know? or hold on, meh, shows what I know. Oh, sorry, there's a little piece on my screen, little piece of paint that got stuck on my screen and it was covering your letter. I thought it said showers for a second. How's New York City going to do today? So New York City, we do have a 2% chance for tornadoes. So possibility for an isolated tornado throughout, like the region here towards New York. So basically, the way this was working, like we were mentioning, if I was to grab from central New York, got 25 miles. Okay, so that is a 25-mile radius around New York. So within 25 miles of New York City, there's a 2% chance that a tornado will drop somewhere in that area. So yeah, you can imagine the odds are pretty daggone low. Pretty daggone low. What is that? What's the odds of that? Like 1 in 50 shot? So the odds are not very high. But, just given Mother Nature and how freakish it's been lately, and considering there's still some uncertainty, yeah, I would keep an eye out for New York, just to be safe, because you are in that tornado threat at the end of the day. There is that possibility. How long will I be live for? I have no idea, Tabletop. I'm just kind of winging it as long as I can go, really. After that long break I did on my channel, it's like the stamina for coverage has gone lower. So I'm trying to kind of work myself back up to doing these extended long live streams. So I don't really know. I'm just going to push as long as I can. We've already been live well over an hour, or a little bit over an hour now. You're welcome, Dom. No problem. Fauna says, I'm telling you, you can feel it swirling up. Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, those winds are definitely picking up a bit in some of these regions here. They put a tour possible on that severe thunderstorm warning, but that does nothing now that we have a tornado warning in place here, too. So, also to the west, I got that one severe warning in place for 60-mile-an-hour winds. Nothing too big. That one's up in northern New York towards Tupper Lake and Oswegatchie. Albany, New York does not have any tornado warnings, no. Yeah, Jack, I'm not too sure what you're talking about there. We do have a couple storms near Albany, though. Starting to kind of materialize, but actually, speaking of Albany, it's about to get hit by those storms here in about, not too sure exactly, but I'd say within the next hour, we'll probably get some of those storms here. Yeah, we do got some storms firing off across these regions here, but they ain't severe quite yet. The ones up north, though, the one in Vermont here, that one is. Let's see here. But also, like I said, y'all, we're going to be doing some zip codes today throughout the stream. I decided we're going to do just only tornado probability. That way it makes it nice, quick, and simple. And that way you guys can still be weather aware and know what to prepare for. Because, I really don't like putting you guys in, putting you all in the dark and not really knowing what to expect. So we're going to do whatever I can to help out with that. So if you have a zip code you want me to take a look at regarding the potential for tornadoes today, we're not going any further than today. We're just looking only at tornado probability, and I'll let you all know that, okay? But if you're just tuning in, we got one active tornado warning. Just watching, we got one nadir warning up here in northwestern Vermont. This is kicking off out there by Starksboro and Huntington. Out there by Starksboro and Huntington, towards Bullsgore and Heinsberg. Let's see here. Logan says, remember the cold front isn't moving fastest, so storms moving off the line could remain isolated, problematic. Yeah, there is that potential. HRRR did pick up on that too, that there could be a couple of discrete, prefrontals there. Laura, gotcha. Let's see, 13440. 3440. This is in New York. Got a 2% chance out here, my friend. Yeah, you're kind of on the lower scale regarding tornadic probability. The odds of you getting a tornado is very low. But, we'll definitely still keep an eye on the weather today. You're still not at zero. So definitely monitor the weather today. Keep an eye on it. Let's see here. Lemon says, is 12901 and the 5% chance today. 12901. Gotcha. Pittsburgh. Yep, got a 5% chance for tornadoes, man. So you're kind of in the middle threat today. We've got a little bit of storms to your west right now, currently kicking off. Those guys ain't severe, though. We got that one tornado warning to your south, though. That will not impact you. Yeah, we have that tornado warning right now towards Starksboro. Let me pull up velocity again. Take a look at it. It's kind of a bit of a mess on velocity. I could see where they warned it. It looks like it's trying to do something, but I'm not seeing like super tight rotation right now out of the storm. But like I said, as long as there is a tornado warning in place, you need to be in your safe spot. You're welcome, Laura. No problem. Anytime, my friend. So yeah, that's for Huntington. Let's see, Bullsgore. That's also for Starksboro. Once again, up there in kind of northwestern, almost west central Vermont. I guess you'd include that, just west of Montclair. You're welcome, Lemon. Y'all are very welcome. No problem. Yeah, we're starting to get some more storms developing out here in like north central Pennsylvania. Also out there towards like south central New York State, getting a couple storms out there. Got some special weather statements on them. They're not currently severe though, so that's good. We'll keep an eye on those storms as well as we progress down. Velocity says thank you. I know I'm a mess. You're good, my friend. You're fine. And once again, everybody, for the people who's just joining us, if y'all want to know your tornado probability, I'm going to be saying that a lot in the stream because I want to help out as much as possible. If you want to know your tornado probability, throw that in your zip code in the chat. You know, that way it gives me a general area of where you are without giving me your exact address because, yeah, don't post your address. Don't want to leak your information. But, yeah, just put your zip code. That way it's a general area instead of where you're exactly at. That way you can kind of see what to expect. Let's see here. Let me take a look at satellite for a minute. We're going to hop over to Sat View again. Actually, I'm going to pull it up on this one. It's pretty overcast. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at that. You're starting to see those little bubbles starting to pop up out there with that one cell. Yeah, that one's really starting to get going there. So those little bubbles are your overshooting tops on your thunderstorm there. She's starting to pick up there. Yeah, it's still very cloudy out here though. It's going to be that way pretty much all day for you guys. Mostly cloudy, especially with once those storms get going. It's going to get a lot more cloudier. I wouldn't be surprised, y'all, if those storms near Albany start going severe soon. They are really starting to kick off. Got a little bit of velocities on them too. It could be some gusty winds. We're gonna have to watch those ones. Oh, did they just update the day one? Hold on a minute, y'all. I think they might have just updated our day one outlook here. At least I think it refreshed on my feed. Let's see. Maybe not. Maybe not. Next new outlook is at 20 Zulu. That's in about a little less than 2 hours from now. Okay. What's up, Pilot? Hope you're doing good, man. So, like I said, for you guys joining in, we do have a tornado warning, our first tornado warning of the day. This one is out there in northwestern portions of Vermont. This is in effect out there by Starksboro, Huntington, Heinsberg, and Bullsgore. So heads up to you guys out there. Quarter hail possible in that storm as well. So we'll have to keep an eye out there for that. So definitely be watching it. Of course, we can't forget about that severe to the west here. Just for some penny hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds out there towards Tupper Lake and Oswegatchie. Jamie says it's here. It's pouring. Oh, Jamie, are you in Vermont? I forgot what area you were in. Yeah, it's definitely definitely pick it up quite a bit in these areas. Let me check on some of the areas near Pittsburgh. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, we're starting to get some storms out here as well. Starting to develop. Let me pull up the new model run real quickly. The new HRRR. Just kind of see where we're standing with activity here. So yeah, things are gonna really start to pick up here within the next couple of hours. Really start to get going there. Jamie says 12205. Let's see here. Oh, New York, gotcha. Let me take a look at the radar. See where you're at. See if there's anything. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're out by those Albany storms. Yeah, those ones are not severe. Actually, they just got a special weather statement on them. Yeah, that's that. I'm gonna deactivate my camera for a minute, y'all. I'm gonna eat a snack real quickly while I stream. I'm not gonna make any noise. Just gonna turn the camera off for a minute. But yeah, no, that one storm that you are on there, Jamie, that is, yeah, it's not severe, but I'm gonna keep an eye on it for you. So I think it'll need to be watched, as it will likely pick up severity as we continue on. It'll probably be out of your area by the time it gets severe, maybe. We'll see. Anyways, y'all, once again, tornado warning in effect for portions here of northwestern Vermont. This is out there by Starksboro and Huntington, including Hinesburg, Jonesville. Also, Bulls Gore. You guys are under this tornado warning. You got 9 minutes left. 9 minutes left, so we don't have too much longer. Also, the potential there for quarter-size hail. Quarter-size hail possible. So, just a bit of a heads up there for you. Also got that severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the same time. So those are both going to expire at this exact same time. Honestly, if I was looking at it here, it kind of looks like that storm might be dying out a bit. Looks like it might be going outflow dominant. If you guys can see here, there's a lot more concentrated with you know, the rainfall rates there on reflectivity, showing a lot of reds and you know, a lot of oranges representing, you know, heavy, moderate rainfall. Earlier scans had it a lot stronger, and you can see now it's kind of weakened quite a bit. There is a bit of a hook on there, though, I think. That could just be storm shape. Yeah, there's not much rotation. Yeah, this storm's definitely going outflow dominant there. Also, velocities do show it as well, how it's just one straight line wind concern. There's definitely a lot, yeah, that's exactly what's happening. The storm is going outflow dominant because the velocities are increasing as that precipitation's dying out, so we're getting a lot of the air from the upper atmosphere starting to sink back down and smack towards the ground. So that is allowing for the winds to pick up towards Bulls Gore. Yeah, so velocities are increasing while reflectivity is decreasing. That is showing us that the storm is kind of on its way out there. She's dying, so that leads me to believe that they'll probably cancel that tornado warning and don't issue an extension if things continue on that track. See, Tupper Lake is beautiful. I've never been up here. The furthest north I've been is up here in Pennsylvania. I grew up in Virginia, but haven't been any higher than Pennsylvania. But I'm sure it is. Let's see here. Did they update that? They did. Update the polygon. So they no longer include Oswegatchie. That's no longer in effect in that severe warning. We still got Piercefield and Tupper Lake included in that severe warning there, just for 60-mile-an-hour winds. Velocity says downburst. Yeah, quite likely, actually, on that storm that's decaying. That tornado warning cell, like I said, it's going outflow dominant. We're starting to get a lot of outflow from the radar site, really starting to show just mostly winds going away from radar. Not to mention, like I was saying, the reflectivity is dropping quick as well. You know, because we were in the range here of maybe 50 plus dBc. Now we're talking maybe 30, 40. So we're losing precipitation rates. They're dropping. Rain's lightening up in the storm here, but velocity is increasing. That's two clear indicators that the storm is dying out. You know, both velocity both velocity increases and your reflectivity decreases. Yeah, she's on the end of her life cycle, I think. However, back here, though, this one down here, this one is not really attached. Well, it is, but it's not. They're two different entities. This one down here very well could pick up and take over its spot, which is probably what's going to happen here. Out there by Addison and Weybridge, I got some pretty heavy rain down there. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one. Let me look at velocity down there too. Yeah, no rotation on it, but yeah, let's just keep an eye on it, on that down there, that area down there. As I think it'll probably be needed to watch that area in general. Anyways, hopping down to the south here, taking a look towards Albany. Once again, we got a lot of storms starting to pop off down here, y'all. Got quite a bit of storms kicking off. Got a lot of decent amount of activity out here. But these guys are not currently severe. Once again, they're not severe. They're not currently an issue regarding severe weather. But they are strengthening storms, meaning they'll probably maybe eventually get up into that severe status with time. Oh, we just got a new severe warning, actually, for South New York State. This is out there for, let's see, Elmira, I think it is, towards Lindley, Catton. This also includes portions of northern Pennsylvania for Nelson and Ridgebury. This has a tornado possible tag on it. Also, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So the whole reason it's warned is for winds. Let me take a look at that. Velocity. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could probably see maybe a little bit of something trying to rotate near Lawrenceville. This is Lawrenceville, Pennsylvania, right on the border of New York State. Make sure you guys are watching this. If you live out there by Lindley, New York State, and Lawrenceville, Pennsylvania, because it does look like it could be having a bit of rotation. Yeah, so that might eventually go tornado warned as well. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that cell. Speaking of tornado warnings, the tornado warning up here, this one has 3 minutes, about to expire here soon. Storm is not looking so healthy. It kind of died out there for us, so that's good news. The storm's kind of dead. Andrew says new severe thunderstorm watch be issued. I saw a mesoscale discussion, yeah, that they were talking about issuing a new watch. Let me check where that's for. I'm pretty sure it's going to be issued a little further south, mostly probably for Pennsylvania and stuff, huh? Yep, that's exactly what it is. Yep, so they're going to issue a watch. So these are the areas that the Storm Prediction Center has highlighted. They've even highlighted northern Kentucky here. So northern Kentucky, southeastern Ohio, western West Virginia, central and western Pennsylvania, and kind of southwestern New York State. They gave it an 80% chance of a watch being issued, and they issued that a while ago. I got a tweet on it earlier. But, yeah, so there's probably going to be a watch issuing here soon. Severe storm risk will gradually increase throughout the afternoon. A watch will likely be issued for parts of the area in the next few hours. Like I said, that was probably about an hour or so ago. So that was a while ago. Anyways, y'all, once again, tornado warning for Starksboro, Burroughs, Gore, and Huntington, Vermont. This is about to expire in 2 minutes. Once again, this is our first tornado warning of the day, and it's about to expire here soon. Just wanted to let you know. That is a big area, Andrew. It is. Yeah, quite a bit of states. I mean, all the way down there from Kentucky up to the northeast there. It's quite large. Yeah, Lexington, Kentucky might be included in that watch there, but not for tornadoes. Kentucky does not have a tornado threat today, as you can see. The tornado threat ends in southeastern Ohio, though. In northwestern, kind of western West Virginia, that's where the tornado threat, ends overall. So that is that. So yeah, no tornado threat out there, my friend. We've got a new warning up here in north central Pennsylvania, north of Lock Haven. This is for Gallagher. Also Jersey Mills. Tornado possible on this one too. 60-mile-an-hour winds and 0.75-inch hail. So penny hail. Oh, yeah, there's definitely some rotation on that storm out there near Glen Union. Okay, so let's watch on that storm for a little bit, guys. We'll keep an eye on that one. But yeah, for sure, tornado possible tag, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust and 0.75 inch hail is a possibility there. What's the furthest West County in Ohio will be affected? Well, the tornado threat, I'm not too sure. I'm not familiar with county names in Ohio, but you know, South Ohio towards Jackson is kind of where the cutoff point is for that 2% risk. Let's see. It looks like that tornado warning started. Oh yeah, no, this guy's definitely dying out. In which that warning is about to. Oh, did they extend it? No way. Did they really? They did. I guess. I guess they extended it. Let me check on reflectivity again. I think they did. Let's see. Yeah, they sure did. They extended the tornado warning to now include Waterbury and Montclair. That is really surprising, considering that fact that storm seems to be weakening quite rapidly. I don't see any rotation in that storm. Let me try a different elevation scan here. Let me try like, let's see, higher, let's do tilt 2. Yeah, I really don't see any rotation in that storm there. And like I said, reflectivity. I mean, shoot, look how much this thing has died out since, let me go back to tilt 1 here. Let me go back a few more frames, actually. Let's do 14 frames. Yeah, I mean, going back to where this storm was, see how it was a lot of red and orange? That's showing some pretty, you know, moderate to heavy rainfall. And, I mean, this thing's just died out. This thing's, like, fizzling out as we speak. I don't know why they still did that. But, anyways, respect the polygon. James fan always says. So, gotta respect it. Montclair, Middlesex, we have Waterbury, we have Bolton, Huntington, Morton, and Waitsfield. Let's see, Crazy says, once we take a look at Massachusetts for 01247. Got you, my friend. 01247. This is up in Massachusetts. Yep, so you're in that 10% chance for tornadoes today, my friend. So you're kind of on the, you know, on the higher end of the scale for tornadic activity today. It's still very much unlikely that you are going to be impacted by a tornado. The odds are still very unlikely. However, I do want you to be weather aware today. You need to constantly be watching the weather for warnings and stuff. We do have a couple storms heading in your general area as of right now. So we will have to be watching out there for your area here in the next little bit. Okay. Oh, got a new severe thunderstorm warning. These guys are just for 60-mile-an-hour winds though, and hail under quarter size. For Blackbrook in northern New York State, Plattsburgh. Yeah, and those are just some normal warnings. Toward possible on both of these guys. Let me take a look at that Pennsylvania one. This one had some rotation. It even has a little bit of a notch here, a little inflow notch where a lot of warm air is being sucked into that storm. Let me check velocity. Earlier, it did look like there was some rotation here. This was at 2:30. It's a 3-minute old scan. Maybe a little bit of rotation trying to pop up near Glen Union, Pennsylvania. While you're not under a tornado warning, I would definitely keep an eye on the storm, as it might have potential of doing some nasty stuff. Let's hope not. Got another tornado possible tag. Not a tornado warning, tornado possible tag, severe thunderstorm warning for South New York State towards Canton, Lindley, Southport, Horse Heads, some of those regions there, as well as like northern Pennsylvania towards Lawrenceville and Ridgebury. Anyways, but also guys, like I said, if you're just joining us here, and if you want me to take a look at your zip code regarding today's tornado potential in your area, feel free to throw down your zip code in the chat, and I will let you guys know just, you know, what chance you have of seeing a tornado today, overall. Let's see here. Let's see, is that thing trying to pick back up towards Waterbury, and Duxbury? Let's see. It looks like that precipitation's increasing a little bit there. Could be trying to regain control, but I don't see any rotation on that though, to be fair. A lot of it's still just some gusty winds under that storm. Yeah, I really don't see anything super wild. But yeah, still be in your shelters out there, of course. This is for Vermont, near Montclair and Moortown, Huntington area. Judy wants me to take a look here at 03882. What's up, Judy? Hope you're doing good, my friend. Let's see, 03882. Gotcha. You're out here in New Hampshire. You got yourself a 10% chance for tornadoes, my friend. So you're kind of in the greatest potential for tornadic activity today. Later on this evening, storms are pretty far to your west right now. But as we progress throughout the afternoon and into the evening, that's when you need to really look out for the weather. So definitely be weather aware today. Here's a current radar look. There's really not a whole lot of rain near you right now. You can see a lot of it's pretty clear. New Hampshire currently. New Hampshire is pretty much precipitationless at the moment. Not really any storm activity. That's going to change in the next couple of hours, though. So keep that in mind. But yeah, you are in a 10% chance. So keep an eye on it. What's up, SPC Niagara Falls? Hope you're doing good. Let's see, Cena says, what about southern New England and Rhode Island? I've noticed the sun has been coming out more often. Could we see some severe thunderstorms out of that area? So in the Rhode Island, so yes, there is a possibility, even for a couple tornadoes, possibly occurring out there in Rhode Island there. The northern side of the state has a greater potential. In general, there is a possibility that, southern New England could see a couple tornadoes, which, yes, that does mean potential for severe weather is, in general. Maybe even some damaging wind gusts ranging between 60 and 70 miles an hour couldn't be ruled out of some storms. Models, later on in time, let me hop over to HRRR real quickly. If we hop over here to the HRRR, you can kind of see that we do have those storms kind of rolling through kind of late. I'm going to overlay the time for you. On the top there, you can see the timing. So, roughly right around the evening time is whenever those storms are going to work their way through. Let me just do a little zoom out view for you guys if you want to follow along here. So right at the current time being, we're heading up towards 3 o'clock right now. So right at 3 p.m., you can kind of see here, where we are going to be seeing, the storms really kind of kick up here and then really start to roll their way in towards maybe, New Hampshire, right around 4 or 5 o'clock 4 or 5 o'clock Eastern time. That would be 4 Central for you guys. If any family's watching the Northeast out here, I'm just giving you all a time zone conversion. So yeah, for local areas here in the Eastern time zone, this will be right around 5 o'clock is whenever the storms are possibly going to be rolling in towards New Hampshire, which will be 4 o'clock Central time for the people who's watching from the Central Plains or Central time zone in general, I should say. Anyways, let's see. See, it's dark here in Plattsburgh, about to get hit. All right, stay safe, man. Judy says it's been years since we had any. Yeah, it's not every day you see a threat, especially of a 10% up in the Northeast. It's it's kind of rare, actually. It happens, but it's not too common per se. Let's see. The more you show that area, the more I'm convinced it's a high wind threat, more being a tornado threat with that storm. The tornado warning storm. Yeah, I didn't see any rotation on it, but the Weather Service obviously sees something that it needed to be warned for, so I respect that. Like I said, I didn't see any rotation. If I hop to velocity, there is no rotation. I even tried panning the tilt up a little bit to about a 1.8 degree angle. I didn't see any rotation on the storm. To me, it looks like a lot of outflow, especially with that storm rapidly dying out. But it does look like it might be picking back up a little bit. I don't know. It's just kind of just doing some weird stuff here. We got a tornado warning in effect for 21 minutes towards Middlesex, Waterbury, Montclair. Just heads up to you guys. Still, I want you in your shelters. If you have a basement, obviously go there. Just for your safety. Just obviously, if there's a tornado warning in place, you got to respect it. Let me do a little update down in Albany real quick. Take a look and see. We got a lot of strong storms, not severe, but strong storms kicking off out here in this area. So we're gonna have to watch out for that. Do a little update. Don't see anything else really. But yeah, so we'll keep an eye on those storms. Those, I think, will probably gain severe status pretty soon. Obviously, I don't know for sure, but I'll keep an eye on it. Let's see here. I just went across the flats and took a video I posted. What did you post it to? Let's see here. Anthony says, hey, Andrew, Nashville at any risk? So tornado-wise, Nashville, no, we're good. We're good in Nashville. Severe weather-wise, let me pull up the day one outlook. I don't think anything significant. We do get a marginal. Yeah, we got a little marginal risk for Nashville. Just a little threat for some gusty winds, not even hail. Just look out for a couple storms, maybe producing some winds up to 60 miles an hour. It's a 5% chance happening for you. It's pretty low odds. But yeah, there's a little marginal. Nothing big. Nothing big, my friend. Let's see here. Kevin says, cold front passing through Henderson, New York. Humidity is falling rapidly. It's finally comfortable outside. Nice. Glad to hear that, my friend. We're going to switch back up our radar here. Yeah, but like I was mentioning, to my folks up in New Hampshire right now, currently there's no storms in New Hampshire. That'll be increasing in activity in the next hour, or sorry, the next couple hours, my bad. Yeah, I'd say within the next 2 or 3 hours or so, that's when it's going to probably increase out there. Could be a little sooner, we'll see. Just depends on what nature wants to do. Let's see here. Anthony said, that's crazy. I've lived that way. I've lived up that way almost all my life and never seen any tornadic activity. Yeah, it's interesting. Like I said, this is not really a super common event. Judy says we had 4 trees come down in the last ice storm of winter. It took 7 weeks to get our truck back from the body shop. Wow, that's crazy. Well, I hope you don't lose any more trees. That wouldn't be good. How is Hudson Falls, New York looking? Drew, do you have a zip code for that? It'd be a lot easier if you guys could. Janice, talking about New Hampshire. Yeah, if you guys could put a zip code instead, that would make it a lot easier for me. That was just a quick number pad type. That would be much appreciated. But New Hampshire, just in general, like I said, obviously when it comes to it, we're gonna have to watch out for most of the states because we do have ourselves that 10% chance of tornado probability. Let me go ahead and get rid of that top piece. There we go. Most of the state is under that 10% chance for tornadic activity. So there is a pretty decent shot for tornadoes across the state there. But like I said, not everybody's going to get a tornado. Most people are definitely not going to get a tornado. So, don't let it scare you too much. I understand, people aren't really used to this up here. It's not a common thing, but overall, like I said, it's we'll definitely keep an eye on it. Janice wants me to take a look at 03062. Gotcha. 03062. This is up in New Hampshire. I got a 10% chance, my friend, for tornadoes. So yeah, same thing like we were mentioning. A couple tornadoes are possible in your area today, but like I said, still it's very much unlikely that you will see one. But within 25 miles of your area, there's a 10% chance a tornado will drop in that region. So keep that in mind. See, Aslan says it's breezy in Michigan today. Take a look at Michigan. We had that frontal passage. So basically, what happened here, guys? On the big picture of things, we have a low pressure system located up here in southeastern portions of Canada. We have a cold front rolling through, a lot of colder air, cooler, less humid air coming in from the backside, and actually we have ourselves a lot of warm air. A lot of that warm air coming down from the tropical regions, just driving up a lot of humidity, driving up a lot of hot temperatures. So this frontal passage will actually be quite a relief for some of us here. Overall. So, whenever it comes to it here, like I said, it's going to be pretty warm for a little bit, and then you're going to notice a bit of a cool down, lower humidity, as well as, things just kind of feeling a little bit better outside, which I'm definitely thankful for that. I'm sure you guys will be as well. All right, so Janice, we already did your zip code. So yeah, just keep it on it, my friend. Keep on watching. This storm's definitely struggling, y'all, to do anything. Let me hop back to velocity here, just to kind of take a look at that latest view. There we go. I ain't really seeing a whole lot there. Let's do velocity, tilt 1. Let's tilt 1. Yeah, but like I said, I don't really see much rotation on that storm there. We'll keep an eye on it, though, of course. And I want you still to be in your shelters out there. This is for kind of north-central Vermont, out there by Montclair, Middlesex, Waterbury, and Moortown areas. Sounds good, Kala. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. New mesoscale discussion. Interesting. All right. I'll look at that here in a minute. SPC says, is York, Pennsylvania expected to get severe thunderstorms or possibly tornadoes? It's York, Pennsylvania. So pretty much the entire state of Pennsylvania is under a 2% chance for tornadoes. So, yeah, more than likely there is. York, I'm not entirely... Oh, there's York. I see it. I caught you down there with all the text. Yeah, so there's a 2% chance down there. Odds are very low, but they're not zero. But I would definitely monitor the weather today, just to watch it, see if Mother Nature doesn't like you today or not. But yeah, let me just tell you, the odds of you getting anything tornadic is extremely low, extremely low. More than likely, you'd come out of this unscathed. All right, let me go and take a look at that mesoscale discussion that Logan was talking about here. I'm also going to bring up my camera temporarily again. Was having a little snack there. But let me see here. Let me go ahead and pull up the SPC and just see kind of what we're looking at here overall. So we do have a new mesoscale discussion considering... okay. Okay, so that's not for issuing a watch. This is a mesoscale discussion, basically just talking about the greatest severe weather potential for the next 1 to 2 hours. That's going to be across basically Vermont and portions of northwestern Massachusetts, kind of northeastern New York State there, and a little bit of like western New Hampshire overall. So that's all that is. They're not considering another watch overall. Okay, so we got potential of quarter hail on that storm too, that tornado warning cell. Potential up to quarter size hail, 60 mile an hour wind gusts. Like I said, that storm really seems to be dying, y'all. Comparing to what it was earlier, let me go ahead and backtrack a few frames here. Let me go back like 30 frames to show you guys what this thing looked like in the past. So there it was, in its glory, some heavy precipitation, and you can see where it's kind of gone now. It's just kind of dying. I mean, it's not doing very well. So that's leading me to believe that pretty soon we're going to probably drop some of these warnings here. It's very well that we could have a severe thunderstorm warning here, is because whenever a thunderstorm dies out, all of that warm air that has risen in the atmosphere has to come back down, and so all that rain and all of the air coming down is just going to be smacking some air on the surface of the ground. And that's going to allow for a bit of those winds to start picking up and stuff like that. Overall, is New York at a high risk today? There's no high risk. I guess if you're going off of SPC high risk, there is no high risk today. But New York in general, there's a possibility for a couple tornadoes. The greatest potential is in eastern New York with a 5% chance for some areas. Out there, including Albany, and even a little sliver of a 10% near Grafton area, Salem, some of those regions. Let's see here. Is Half Moon New York expected to get possible tornadoes? So yeah, most of New York State, actually all of New York State for the most part, is under a small tornado threat. So while the chances are low, it can't be ruled out for some localized tornadic activity. Andy wants me to take a look at Vermont. I have a friend in the town of Vermont. Let's see here. 05050. Wow. 05050. That's a really easy zip code to remember. Let's see here. This is up in Columbia? That's not right. That's not right. Yeah. Check that zip code, man. It didn't come through on my end as a U.S. zip code. It came through as a foreign zip code. So, did I do that right? 05050. Hold on. That's giving me, like Brazil, Mexico, Romania, Malaysia. It's not giving me many areas out there in that area. Let's see here. But like I said, guys, we are doing zip codes today during the coverage. So if there's any zip code you want me to take a look at regarding your tornado probability, like I said, feel free to throw down your zip code. I'll let you know what percent chance you have of seeing a tornado today. Like I said, we have 3 different levels of tornadic activity today. The greatest bullseye is across Vermont, New Hampshire, portions of Maine, portions of New York, and Massachusetts here overall. And so that's a 10% chance for tornadoes in general, within 25 miles of a given area, of course. Now, across the Brown, that goes into more of New York, actually goes up there towards Connecticut, Rhode Island, and of course Maine. It's a 5% chance of tornadoes, and then the large 2% chance area for a couple of tornadoes. What about Easton, Pennsylvania? So Pennsylvania in general. Peach, do you have a zip code for that area? Like I said, it kind of makes things a whole lot easier if we do it that way. For Easton, I'm not entirely sure. Well, I'll tell you this. Pennsylvania, the entire state of Pennsylvania, except for Erie, in Linesville area up in far extreme northwestern side, or most of the area is under a small tornado threat for today. Let's see here. You got a zip code 08865, 08865. Let's see here. Okay, so yeah, you are in the 2% chance. The odds are pretty low. Like I said, obviously very low. The probability of you getting a tornado is extremely low. So, like I said, that's good. I wouldn't worry about it. Keep it on the weather today, though. A couple isolated tornadoes throughout the state of Pennsylvania as possible. That's kind of what we're looking at. Luke, I got you, man. Let's go take a look at 03849. 03849. You are across New Hampshire. You are in the 10% risk. Okay, so you do have the greatest potential, or you're in the area with the greatest potential for tornadoes today. Even then, it's very unlikely that you'll have a tornado hitting you. So basically, there's a 1 in 10 chance, or a 10% chance, of a tornado touching down within a 25-mile radius of your area. So within 25 miles of you, there's a 10% chance, a 1 in 10 shot of a tornado dropping within that radius. Let's see, Andy. Okay, let's try this zip code here. 05821. 05821. This one is for Vermont. There we go. Alrighty, let's see here. So this is a 10% chance, my friend. So yeah, there is a 10% chance for tornadoes. Same thing, like I said, it's one of the heavier areas. We do have that storm that's heading in that general area, but this storm's just kind of really dying out here overall. So that is that. Peach Life, I don't know if you heard. I did go over your area though. 08865. That was out there in Phillipsburg. Yeah, like I said, you had a 2% chance out there for tornadic activity. So, whenever it comes to it, pretty low odds, but, a couple tornadoes in the area cannot be ruled out. I think Vermont Simpson started at 05. Yeah. All right, let's see here. We're going to do a little update on that tornado warning. So we still have a tornado warning in effect for Montpelier, Middlesex, Moortown, and Waterbury. This is for, 7 minutes. We got 0.75 inch hail. That's a radar indicated threat. Peach Life says, sorry, phone cut out. Thank you. No problem. You're welcome. No problem at all, my friends. Like I said, if any of you guys who's watching this right now wants me to take a look at their area regarding that tornadic potential, I'll give you a percent chance of tornadic activity. Like I said, we have 3 different levels today. 10% chance across the yellow, 5% chance across the brown, and then a 2% chance across the green. Some of you might even be able to eyeball it and just be able to see where you are based off of the map that's shown right here. And you can see for yourself. Let's see here. JM wants me to take a look at Ohio. Alrighty, let's see here. You're at 43950. 43950. This is up in Ohio. Okay, so you do have a 2% chance for tornadoes. Like I said, pretty low end probability. Really low end probability out there for tornadic activity. A couple isolated, tornadoes cannot be ruled out for the entire state of southeastern, Ohio. So it's pretty low that you're going to be impacted by one. Very, very much unlikely. But I would keep an eye on the weather today overall. I would keep an eye on the weather today. But yeah, just know that your odds of getting a tornado is extremely low. So don't let that worry you. Anyways, so yeah, we're really starting to see those storms working their way up into Vermont here. We do got ourselves, quite a bit of storms popping through. Only a handful of them in the northern side are severe right now. We have a couple of strong, non-severe thunderstorms near Albany right now. We actually have a storm rolling through Albany right now. I might even have a camera on that. I think New York State has some pretty good cameras I might be able to pull up for you guys. So, with that being said, let me pull that up, and we'll see if we can get some cool views out there on the storm near Albany. It does seem like it is hitting pretty good. So let's grab a camera out here in Albany. Actually, I might be able to pull up 2 cams for you. Let's go and get 2 cameras up for y'all. Pull up the first one here. We're going to pull it up right there in Albany. Wow. Okay, yeah, it definitely looks like it's starting to kick up a bit. Let me go ahead and bring this over here for you guys. We're going to hop to our 2-cam display. Let me go ahead and make this a little bit more wider. There we go. You know what? There we go. That might be good enough. I think that's the best I'm going to be able to get that. And then for this one down here, we'll just pick another one up towards the northern side there. Grab like this camera here. Perfect. All right, so we got some cams. Going to be able to see that. Let's see here. All right, so hopping back up to that tornado warning, guys. We do have a tornado warning in place out there towards Waterbury, Middlesex, Moortown, Montpelier. This is a tornado warning for 4 minutes, so we don't got much longer on this guy. Whenever it comes to the velocity, I don't see any rotation in it, so I'm expecting them to get rid of that warning pretty soon. Oh, and look at that. They just removed... Oh, what? That's weird. Y'all saw that, right? That warning, as soon as I said watch it disappear, it disappeared. And then I stepped back for a second, and then, of course, it comes back here. Anyways, Montpelier. I think it's gone, actually, because my overlay is orange now. It turns red when there's a tornado warning, and if it's orange, that means it's just severe thunderstorm warnings. That orange bar in that corner over there. If it's red... Oh, there it goes. Okay. So there you go, y'all. We are now tornado warning-less. Knock on wood, I don't want any more. Obviously, I'm sure you all don't want either. But we are now no longer warned for any of that. I have a video of the one up in Albany coming together, stirring up this. Okay. If you want to send it to us, you can send it to us on our Twitter page. You see that little handle in the bottom right there? Over there, far right. That's our Twitter if you guys want to follow us and send any photos or videos of any severe weather that you've taken. Make sure it's stuff that you've taken and not somebody else, because don't want to take credit for other people's work. But if you're wanting to share your media of storms and stuff like that from your area, feel free to throw it down there. Once again, our Twitter is at NWW116_WX. That is our Twitter thing here. All right, I'm going to go full screen that. Boom. All right, cool. We got that camera view. This one's just kind of having a hard time. Let's try another cam. Show video. Here we go. Maybe I can just load that. Oh, wow. That messed up. There we go. All right, we'll keep it up there for now. Possible tornado by the Canadian border. Where is that at? There's a bunch of flash. Let me try this. Warnings here. Hydro rain. How do I turn off these rainfall warnings? Let's see, United States. Yeah, we have a lot of rain. I have no idea how you turn off these darn rainfall warnings. They clutter so much. Do I think the next day when I look, they'll trim Western New York out of the severe weather risk? I don't know, dude. Honestly, let me check on the radar though. Let's see what's going on here. There's a little bit of storms to your east. Nothing severe though. I don't know. We got some storms out there up in Canada, heading there. Was that near Toronto? I think south of Toronto, near Hamilton. Getting some storms. I don't know. We will see, though, if they end up doing that. Yeah, the next, let's see here. Let me go ahead and hop on back here, y'all, to our main page here. The next day one outlook, so the next severe weather outlook here is going to be at 20 Zulu, so in an hour, exactly an hour from now, guys. Exactly an hour from now. That is whenever the Storm Prediction Center is going to issue a new day one outlook here. So we will see. Look at that. Finally got a warning on those southern storms. The ones that are northeast of Albany. Let's see here. Yeah, the ones that are northeast of Albany. Got a severe thunderstorm warning out there by Mount Holly, out there by Danby, Powlett, and Springfield. This is up here in portions of Vermont, by the way. Just 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts in effect for an hour. Nothing too crazy. See, you twittered it, but it won't let you download the whole thing. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I can see the footage here. Let me pull it up. Do you want me to share that, Fonda? I will gladly share it to the stream if you want me to. All right, let's see here. Got no warnings up in Pennsylvania. We're pretty good. Pretty good. Let me try up on Vermont. Yeah, we got a couple storms out here, but these guys are not exceeding anything super crazy. All for mostly like 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and stuff. Fonda says, sure, okay. I hate to be like that typical news agency. Hi, we're glad you're safe, but can we use your can we use your footage, please? Man, I can't tell you like how annoying that can be. Anyways, here, let's see. Here is Fonda's. Let's see, we're gonna pull this up on my main screen here for you. So this is coming in from Fonda in the chat on the storms out there. So it looks, oh yeah, definitely clouds building in out that way. Oh yeah. Hey, you know what? You can actually see a little bit of scud cloud there too. You see those little guys there? Pretty sure those are some scud. Oh yeah, got some cumulonimbus clouds back there. Definitely looking a little mean, for sure. Wow. Yeah, definitely tell that there is some instability in the atmosphere there. That's pretty good footage. Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us, Fonda. That is appreciated. So shout out goes to Fonda for that footage. And like I said, if you guys want to share any of your footage or photos or anything like that with us so that we can share it on the stream to show everybody, feel free to tag us. On the bottom right of the screen right now, you can see there's a Twitter handle. You guys can follow us there. And that way you guys can tag us. Let's see, I'm in Sloansville. Gotcha. Will this be a tornado outbreak, says Drew? There's potential of multiple tornadoes, which it could lead up to a northeast tornado outbreak. I'm hoping not, obviously, but it can't be ruled out. Planting flowers in plastic containers are flying off the table. Oh, yeah, I'd bring those indoors. You don't want to lose those. Let's see here. Albany. Okay, sorry, MP. Albany, same thing, man. Let's see here. All right, multiplayer. Let's see, we got quarter hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. We have 26 minutes. So that's I don't know why they still have that warning there from that storm. That thing's nothing anymore. That thing's like shriveled up and died. I mean, like seriously, look back 30 frames on how healthy that storm looked, right? It looked perfect. Just watch the evolution of this storm. It started losing precipitation, and it's just something's happening, and I don't know what. It might be maybe a local micro cap or like a little mesoscale cap, or microscale cap, sorry. Maybe some cool air infiltration, probably. Not entirely sure, but whatever it is, it's killing that storm like dead. Thing is really dying out quick. Matter of fact, it kind of seems like all of those storms are dying out. You see that? That whole little line of storms here, it's just dying. There's something getting to it. Let me look at mesoanalysis real quickly, guys. If you don't know what mesoanalysis is, it's basically a model represented estimate of what the atmosphere is at in its current state. Let me go and bring this over here. So this is our mesoanalysis. There's that really strong low pressure system I was telling you guys about right now in southeastern Canada. So that's the main engine that's driving all of those storms today overall. Let me take a look at let's see. Okay, so that could be an explanation. According to the mesoanalysis, there is a little bit of a cap, like I was mentioning here. See that kind of blue? You see that blue there going across portions of Vermont and New Hampshire? So that right there, my friends, is a bit of a cap. And if you don't know what a cap is, it's basically like a wall in the atmosphere. So a thunderstorm is trying to rise, and think of a wall like a ceiling. We'll call it a ceiling. Sometimes it's referred to as a ceiling, whatever, storm tops, I should say, not cap. But anyways, so what's happening is this warm air is rising, right? And we have a thunderstorm here, and what happens is it's like that thunderstorm, that warm air is hitting a wall and preventing that thunderstorm from progressing. And it seems like with those storms out there, dying out, that is what's killing those storms as of right now. Cap's gonna erode with time. Oh, more than certainly, of course. I'm just saying for these temporary storms right now, the reason that these guys are dying is because of a little bit of a micro scale cap that's in effect here. So those storms that have formed and are rolling in that area are starting to die. But I don't think that's going to last for long. Like you said, Logan, once that instability and all that warm air continues to roll, whole front moves northeastward, that'll open up the cap for this area to allow for more convection to start and for more severe weather to kick off. So, with that being said, we'll have to watch out there for that. What's up, MB Bennett? Hope you're doing good, my friend. Let's see here. Janice wants me to take a look at Castleton. So, Janice, do you have a zip code? Pretty sure you're fine, though. You said for, Castleton? Not entirely too sure where Castleton's at. We do have a little bit of a higher probability for tornadic activity in eastern New York State today, I want to go ahead and mention, overall. What is happening here? We got ourselves a bit of severe weather expected up in the northeast today. Yeah, storms are starting to fire off in that 10%. They've been in that 10% region for a little bit now. Let me pull up the models. We're going to take a look here at the HRRR here. We're going to hop over to the HRRR model, and let's see what we're at here. I'm going to bring this up. So now it just looks like a bunch of scattered storms throughout the day. Yeah, it kind of changed. Before it was like a little bit of a line. Now it's just a bunch of scattered thunderstorms according to HRRR here. Wow, dude. Yeah, that thing's really interesting there. So obviously 4 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Eastern, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, midnight. So yes, things should clear up by midnight mostly. But the main threat, I think, is going to be gone by, just around sunset probably. So we'll see, obviously. Fauna says, I'm worried about Western New York around 5. Thoughts? Let's see. Western New York, 5 o'clock. Not a whole lot of activity is presented from the HRRR, the latest 18 Zulu run. It's still rendering. But this is for 5 o'clock. It only has a couple scattered storms. Maybe a few perhaps could be severe. But yeah, honestly, I think things are probably going to get a little better with time. Your chances for storms will rapidly disintegrate as soon as we get around sunset. You probably won't see any storms out there by then. Now central, that's a little different. We could have a little bit of storm activity still around that area by sunset. Anyways, guys, like I said, if you guys are just now joining in, we are doing some zip codes today. So if you have a zip code, if you want me to take a look at your tornado probability, we're only doing tornado probs for zip codes today, so that way it's quick and simple. So if you guys want me to take a look at your zip code, that way that we can take a look and see what kind of risk you're under for tornadoes, feel free to let me know. Like I said, we have 3 different levels today. We have a 10% region for tornadoes. We have a 5% chance for brown areas, which is in the region there. And of course, we have a 2% chance across the dark green, which the tornado threat goes all the way down as far to the southwest as southeastern Ohio and north, kind of western portions here of West Virginia, most of Pennsylvania here, northern Maryland even, northern Delaware, portions of New Jersey, obviously New York, and then once again we pick up with that tornado threat out there by upper New England. So that'll be that's kind of our main area we're looking out there for today. We got a couple of severe storms popping off, mostly just for like quarter hail and all that stuff here. Like I said, quarter hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds on this one towards Montclair. This one's pretty much just dying out, honestly. Let's see here. Wilby, I got you, man. Let's go ahead and take a look at your zip code. Let's see here. You're in Vermont, my friend. Okay, so yeah, you are in like I said, you are in the 10% region. So you do have a decent potential for a couple tornadoes in the general area. You're going to want to watch the weather today. Let me go ahead and say, though, that like I mentioned before, the probability of you getting a tornado is pretty low. I mean, within 25 miles of your area, there's a 1 in 10 shot of happening, or 10% chance. So the odds are fairly low. So like I said, when it comes to it, you're in an area we definitely need to watch the weather closely, as there's a lot of uncertainties on where tornadoes will end up today. But overall, like I said, that is definitely an area we need to keep an eye out there for. But once again, probabilities are still very unlikely that you'll get a tornado yourself. Let's see here. But yeah, so that's where we stand with that. SPC says, do I know when severe thunderstorms can arrive in York, Pennsylvania, if I know? Yeah, so York, back over the HRRR here, I guess you want me to look. It seems like storms are going to be more active during the evening hours tonight. It looks like, at least for the next couple of hours here, it's going to be pretty calm until we reach right around sunset. So right around sunset, that's whenever we could see a couple of storms roll through. What's up, Uranus? Hope you're doing good. So yeah, we'll definitely be watching out for this. Like I said, a couple isolated tornadoes can't be ruled out across like much of Pennsylvania either today. But we'll keep an eye on those regions too. Of course, we're not going to leave y'all out. But I will tell you, the odds of you actually getting tornadoes are much lower than some of these other areas up here. Let's see. But like I said, y'all, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'm going to take a look at velocity. We're going to do a little bit of a velocity check on these guys. Just kind of see where we're standing. Actually going to hop up by Albany radar. It might be a better option. Kind of a big mess. Let me try this one down here. Yeah, I don't see any rotation in it. With that one cell in kind of South Vermont, we have a warning in place for Danby, Mount Holly, Springfield area, just for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Nothing sugar coated there. Lower end wind gust potential. What's up, Jazor? Saying, hey, Andrew. Would I be able to check my day 2 or 3 outlook? So we're going to keep it just to today, my friend Jazor. We're keeping today's... like I said, we're keeping today just on our tornado probability for zip codes today. We're not doing like full-on zip code forecasts. We're just doing we're just letting people know what percent for tornadoes they have, as that's like the most significant concern. I will also mention per SPC, I have not mentioned this in a while. For today, so not only do we have that 10% chance for tornadoes out there today, but we also have a 30% chance for damaging winds. We have a pretty solid shot out there for some damaging winds out there in Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, portions of New York, and of course Maine. Where we could see some damaging winds. Pretty decent potential, I should say, of those winds being between 60 and maybe up to 70 mile an hour wind gusts. Probably not going to see anything significant wise regarding. Probably not going to see anything significant-wise regarding, damaging winds. We're probably not going to reach 80 plus today, but I think we do have the potential of seeing some, 60 to 70 mile an hour wind gusts, which does line up. Hail, not so much of an issue. We could have some localized hail, maybe up to quarter size, maybe a little lower, a little bit larger, maybe. But yeah, overall main concerns are definitely by far tornadoes, then wind, then hail. So tornadoes and damaging wind gusts is kind of a main thing. Oh, we're starting to get some stronger winds. 66 mile an hour winds out there in Mount Washington. Out there in New Hampshire. So 66 mile an hour winds is gusting and sustained to 55 up there. It's that lower level jet man really getting a toll of that lower atmosphere. Let's see here. Alright, we got 14 minutes on the multiplayer storm for 60 mile an hour winds. We have another warning for 60 mile an hour winds in Springfield. Other than that, that's all of our warnings. Actually, we're pretty calm right now. Actually, matter of fact. Knock on wood, please. I don't want to jinx it like I have many times before. I trust me, I know better at this point. So I got an infrared satellite above me now, so you guys can see, as well as radar up above that, so you guys can kind of see the overall picture of the Northeast right now. Widespread activity is, we got a lot of storms out there. Got a lot of thunderstorms popping off out here. Do I know the exact humidity for 1216? Sorry, the little heart thing is in the way. Is that a 0? I'm pretty sure. Okay, 126. Hold on. 12160. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, that stupid little heart thing you react to. So 12160. Is that right? Hold on a minute. Oh, here we go. 12160. 12160. So it's actually only pulling up Thailand, Indonesia, Russia, and France. It doesn't have any U.S. zip code there. Check the zip code to make sure that's right. Let's see here. Other than that, yeah, we're just got two severe thunderstorm warnings. They just updated the one here for, let's see here, Middlesex, Worcester, Woodbury, Cabot, Marshfield, Quarter Hail, 60 mile an hour winds. See Sloansville. Sloansville, New York, maybe. Let's see here. Got a local station showing dew points of 73 and temperature of 81. So humidity is pretty high. Let me see for you. Alright, so you have a air temperature of 81 near you, dew point of 73. That gives us a 76% humidity, which is very high. So there you go. That explains it. Alrighty. Yeah, so it's kind of awaiting more activity here. I'm very thankful that we're kind of still chilling with just a couple severes. Let me turn off the special marine warnings. We don't need, or sorry, special weather statements. We don't need those anymore. Yeah, literally we just got these 2 severe warnings in place here. We've had 1 tornado warning so far. These 2 warnings are just for 60-mile-an-hour winds, and the northern one for quarter hail as well towards Worcester, which the storm's like not even visible on radar anymore. Is there mountains that are blocking that storm, maybe? You know, that's actually probably what's happening. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, there's probably mountains blocking that. That makes sense. Let me try another radar, because yeah, distant radar still has that one up there. Yeah, because I mean it is pretty close to that storm, so it must be beaming itself on a mountain range. It would explain why we're not getting any more data on the lower scan there. Not many options for radar over here. Yeah, still see there's precipitation up there. Lightning detection still pretty high on it there. There you go. Got a new warning in effect for northeastern Vermont. It's a new warning. Nothing too crazy. Just for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny hail for Saint Johnsbury. That includes Concord, Victory, Granby. Let's see here, Peacham, and Lunenburg. Would I be able to check my cousin for today? Fairlawn, New Jersey. Do you have a zip code for that, man? Let's see here, Green and White Mountains, most likely. I'm not too sure. I'm not too familiar with the mountain ranges down here. But you could be right. Well, when will the storms start to get bad? They're expected to kind of be bad around this time. I mean, we've had a tornado watch in effect for over 2 hours now, 2.5 hours, and we've had 1 tornado warning so far. Not upset with that. I'm very happy with that. I just don't want to jinx myself in saying that, and of course things start popping off again. No, my luck, man. That's just how it goes. But as of now, just got just a little handful of severe warnings in effect. Yeah, just a little severe thunderstorm warning activity out here. Nothing crazy. Let's see, 07410. 07410. This is in New Jersey. Got a 2% tornado risk out there, so very isolated threat. Chances are it'll be fine. But yeah, tell them to keep an eye on it. Tell them to keep an eye on it. That way, because there's still a little bit of uncertainty. But maybe a couple isolated tornadoes can't be ruled out. As of now, it's been pretty good, I guess. Let's see here. Look at that meso-analysis, lower level winds. Yeah, we do got some pretty strong lower level winds, about 40 knots out there. About a 40 knots lower level jet. Tabletop, just curious on your thoughts for a new outlook tomorrow. Tabletop, you're good, dude. Like I said, just got a little marginal out in your way. Tomorrow, don't think it'll do much. Yeah, I don't think it'll do too much. So, I wouldn't worry about it, man. Oh, just got a new mesoscale discussion here. Storm Prediction Center issues mesoscale discussion 1385 concerning severe potential. Watch possible. Watch probability 40%. Portions of eastern Pennsylvania, southeastern New York, northwestern New Jersey, Connecticut, and southern Massachusetts. It's a 324. That is a brand new watch. Let me, our brand new mesoscale discussion. Considering a watch. Let me pull up our mesoscale discussions. We got 2 mesoscale discussions active right now, actually, y'all. So we got this guy. So they're thinking about issuing a severe thunderstorm watch, about an 80% chance probability. They issued this a while ago. This has been in effect for a while ago. And they basically gave this here. I'm gonna go and retweet that on my Twitter. They gave it an 80% chance. So northeastern Kentucky, western West Virginia, southeastern southern and southeastern portions of Ohio, and places out there towards like Pennsylvania, and a little bit of like southwestern, south central action here in like I was saying, New York out there could be a possibility. So we'll have to watch out there for a possible watch. It'll be likely. Got a new mesoscale discussion. Oh, where is this for? That's 2023. What the heck? Wait a minute. Yeah, that's not right. That's not a, see, that says 2023. That's for July 2nd. What's going on with that? Anyways, but yeah, don't know why that's listed. Let me see if I can pull, here we go. Oh, wait, what? That's the graphic they brought from last year. The graphic that they used for the new mesoscale discussion is showing the graphic from a year ago on the previous one of the same tag number. That's what's going on. Hopefully they'll get that ironed out soon. Oh, there it goes. Okay, they fixed it. Good. Yeah, so there you go. That's the new mesoscale discussion I was talking about. So for southern New York, portions of like, Connecticut, Rhode Island, portions of New Jersey, Pennsylvania, this one's given a 40% chance for a watch. A watch is possible for parts of the area. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll see if they end up doing it, which it seems unlikely. Honestly, yeah, 40% is considered unlikely territory. Right now, we're still getting a lot of storms popping off, but it's kind of eerily still quiet. Definitely still eerily quiet. Has the mesoscale discussion ever said watch likely and no watch was issued? I'm sure. I mean, because like they say watch likely in an 80% chance, and given the fact that there's been so many mesoscale discussions that's been issued over the time with that probability, I wouldn't be surprised if if that did happen at some point earlier in the past. Uh-oh. Hold on a minute, guys. I just got a notification on my area that I have lightning nearby. Ooh, holy cow. Okay, I need to do something real quick. So here's my Mesonet. If you don't know what a Mesonet is, it's a fancy weather station. I am currently logging data. I'm going to restart that. Oh, shoot. Let's see here. Storm. Let me just go ahead and fix that. That's going to be good, so I can actually record some weather data on that storm coming through. Okay, we're good. We're logging. I had to reset it because I was currently logging for the day, but I want to reset it for thunderstorm activity. Wow, dude, that's right next to me. That's got to be like right here. Hold on a second, y'all. Oh yeah, oh yeah. She's clouding up out there. Dang, we got some pretty. I just realized there's a lot of storms right now in Florida. Goodness. All right, anyways, getting sidetracked. Got a new warning, severe thunderstorm warning. Wow, 2 of them actually. One up in northeastern Ohio for Aurora. Let's see here, Garrettsville. Northeastern, this is just shy of Cleveland. This does include a little bit of the outskirts of southeastern Cleveland. But yeah, 60-mile-an-hour winds, probably not going to talk about it too much. Yeah, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts is, just stay away from windows and all should be good. So for the warning down here in western Pennsylvania, we got ourselves a warning for Punxsutawney. How do you say that? It's in western Pennsylvania, just northeast of Pittsburgh, towards Winslow and Big Run. This is for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts out there too. So I know it's off topic, but I see a possible line of storms in Canada over. Yeah, I did see that earlier. On the radar, hop to Buffalo. You'll probably see it off the side there. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's still yet to cross over the lake, but anyways, yeah, hopping back over here to the area though in Vermont. We've got a couple storms firing here. Like I said, pretty. I think that's that line. Sorry, I think that's that line of storms rolling through these regions here. They're currently not severe though. Let's see, there's 3 mesoscale discussions. Yeah, I think there's 3 active ones. Yeah, there's one that was telling within the next 1 to 2 hours the greatest potential for severe weather will be up in that region there. Let me hop back to that mesoscale discussion. Let's see. Like, I'm pretty sure. Wow. So they said this a while ago. So greatest severe weather potential for the next 1 to 2 hours, and this was issued a while ago. When was this issued, actually? This was issued an hour ago. So they said an hour ago, greatest severe weather potential for the next 1 to 2 hours, and that was an hour ago. So do you think they're the main event? I don't know, man. I ain't gonna call anything. I ain't gonna say it's a bust or anything right now, but it's kind of pointing in that direction right now, from what I'm seeing. Storms will continue for the next couple hours, though. But they, yeah, I mean, they did say that wow. They did say that the greatest potential will be for the next 1 to 2 hours in that area. And it's an hour or two later, and it's quiet. Quiet. Yeah, I mean, we've been on the air over 2.5 hours here. And we've had 1 tornado warning, a handful of severe thunderstorm warnings that didn't even exceed 60 miles an hour. Man, I hope today's a bust, dude. Oh, speaking of tornado warnings, look at that. Got one up in eastern Ohio. Up here in eastern Ohio. Let's see. Take a look at this real quickly. This is out by... look at that little shrimpy. It's a little shrimpy cell. It's got a little bit of rotation out there. Okay, so this is out here in extreme southeastern. Extreme eastern Ohio, right there on the state line between West Virginia and eastern Ohio. This is heading right towards McLean, or this is right under McLeansville, Ohio. Rotation's heading towards McMecken, heading towards Allendale. Let's see, Bethlehem, Sherrard, Sandhill, New Vrindaban, and Golden. Radar indicated threat. We have 26 minutes left on that tornado warning there. Let me do a little update on these guys out here. Let me take a look at Vermont, see what's going on. 60-mile-an-hour winds on that cell. I don't know, man. I think we're... Yeah, there's like nothing going on in New Hampshire right now yet. So I think that's the main potential right here is that line of storms kicking off. That's where most of the activity is expected to develop. But we're already well into the 10% region, and thankful it's quiet. Yeah, we got a little hook on that shrimp cell out there in eastern Ohio, heading up into that little weird northern point in West Virginia that it goes through for Sheridan, Sand Hill. So he sent another video. Alrighty. Let me see. Haven't got it yet. It'll probably take a minute to process. But when I do, I will share it if you'd like me to. Yeah, so all these warnings are cruising for 60-mile-an-hour winds out there. So as long as they don't go 70 plus, we're good. And just stay indoors away from windows. Yeah, if you're in a warning for 60-mile-an-hour winds and like quarter hail or lower, then yeah, I mean, of course, just stay indoors, away from windows, and let the storm pass. But I need you to do something else if you're in that storm out here in eastern Ohio. We got a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for McLeanville, Ohio, Annville, Ohio, moving into West Virginia towards Bethlehem. We have ourselves, let's see here, Sherrard, Golden, Sand Hill, Twilight, let's see, Elm Grove, and Ronnie's Point area. Let's see here. Do I have a wind gust for here? I don't have any weather stations. Well, I do have a bunch of weather stations from MEDAR data that is recording local to the New England region. Just in general out here, we're seeing anywhere from like 10 to 15 mile an hour sustained winds. Some locally higher. Gusts. Wow, that one cell out here that's kicking off near east of Albany. We're getting gusts reported of 31 miles an hour. So she's gusting pretty good in that storm. Let's see here. The one up here is barely even moving at all. 6 miles an hour on that northern severe warning. So yeah, that's warned just for 60 mile an hour wind gusts. Let me check and see. Yep, still haven't got it, Fonda. Still hasn't came through on my end. Yeah, you'll probably have to tag me again like you did beforehand. Let's see here. 12160. Let me look at that real quickly. 12160. Yeah, for some reason that's not wanting to work for me. For some reason it keeps on pulling up like what is it? Like Russia, for some reason. Let's see here. I don't think we have any radars up here. I don't think New Hampshire has any radars. Pretty sure y'all don't. Mount Washington's gusting pretty heavily, though. 66 mile an hour wind gusts sustained to 55. 55, yeah. So, like I said, that's your lower level jet that's ripping that the upper mesonet is reading. Thank goodness for mountains, because sometimes we can get some good lower level wind data to see what's going on out there. All right, do a little update on that tornado warning up here heading into West Virginia. It's just a little bit of rotation here from what I see. Let me hop over to my other program. Kind of open up another radar tab here. And it's broken, of course. But yeah, let me go ahead and bring this up here. Pittsburgh radar is probably the best option. Configure polling. We'll do add in Iowa State. Go ahead and pull that data. Should get that tornado warning here soon, popping up. she is. All right, as for Bethlehem, let's see here. McMecken, I think it is. There we go. Yeah, so there's that rotation out there east of McMecken currently. No CC, no correlation coefficient drops, which means that would mean if there was one, that would mean a tornado is being detected by radar, which there's not. So right now it's just radar indicated, meaning that radar has just picked up rotation. So it's just a radar indicated threat here, y'all. But yeah, still need to be in your shelter out there. Let's see here. Bill says, what can I expect in Rhode Island? So a couple severe storms are quite possible in Rhode Island today. An isolated tornado can't be ruled out in Rhode Island. I know you guys are super small down there, like I said, considering how small the state of Rhode Island is. But yeah, there's a possibility for, a tornado, maybe or two. But yeah, right now it seems pretty calm for the most part by you. Yeah, that's if you're gonna get anything, it's gonna be later on. I think that's just clutter. Yeah, that's just clutter. So yeah, I wouldn't. Pretty calm right now, but later on this evening there could be an isolated tornado or two. We'll see. Alrighty, hop on back to Vermont. Okay, we got some more cells popping off out there by Burlington. Sub-severe currently. I believe these guys are just some gusty winds, no rotation in them. I think a lot of our tornado concern is out of these guys right here. That's already in Vermont right now. That's where a lot of the main concern is. Let's see here. You know what, y'all? We're going to get to a goal here. I'm going to try to get to the goal of 26,300 subs, y'all. We're only 9 subscribers away. I think we could do it tonight. So be sure to share this with your friends and family if you guys could. That way it'd help spread the word and help get that word out there in this and future weather streams. So if y'all could, that would be much appreciated. I'd deeply appreciate it, guys, if y'all could. So if you could. Let's see here. Yeah, we're gonna try to reach that. Alrighty. So yeah, once again, we got a tornado warning in effect, y'all. We have ourselves 18 minutes left on this. This is for the eastern side of Ohio, out there towards. Oh, they just canceled it for Ohio. Okay, so this is just for basically northern West Virginia here, for like basically areas out there by like Bethlehem region. Let's see here. What about Western Massachusetts? Let's see here. Yeah, so Western Massachusetts, we got a pretty solid shot for maybe a couple tornadoes today. Massachusetts, is one of the areas that I would definitely keep an eye out there for. One of the areas I would definitely keep an eye out there for, as a couple tornadoes are possible. Like I said, right now though, regarding activity, we do have a couple storms to your north. But yeah, not a whole lot of like. Not a whole lot of storm activity right now, but as this line rolls through, it could potentially kick up a little more. Is this weather pattern going to break after tonight? Hopefully. But yeah, there's actually a little bit more severe weather expected down in time, so we'll do a quick little recap. Tomorrow we have another slight risk here, small tornado probs. Wow, significant wind and hail tomorrow. Okay, we'll do some coverage tomorrow up in Minnesota. Day 3, for Tuesday, got another risk out there towards the Midwest and portions of the Ohio Valley, so we'll be live there too. Plan on it. I see a lot of future coverage coming up here, y'all. A lot of future coverage, so we'll be sure to keep y'all updated. All right, we're gonna hop over to Pittsburgh again, y'all. We're gonna hop on down here. Once again, we got 16 minutes on that tornado warning, not too much longer, for Sand Hill, Golden, Dallas. Let's see here, portions of Mozart. Let's see here, Callis and Alley Grove. Hopping over back to our velocity here. Got ourselves... seems like that's actually kind of faded out a bit, honestly. Yeah, our rotation was right in here. You can kind of see... it might be fading out a little bit, hopefully. Hopefully that'll just... Whoa. Dude, that actually scared me. There's a bit of a bit of thunder. Did y'all hear that? I don't know if my... Holy cow. Y'all, I'm getting a big storm right now. Hold on a minute. Bear with me. Dude. Wow. Let me see if I can show you all this. Clouds are pretty dark outside right now. Here. That's out my window right now. I just heard a loud bang. Turns out that was a close lightning strike. That had to have been within a mile or so. Welcome to Florida, my friend. Happens quite often. Yeah, I'm finally at the point here in Florida where we get our daily thunderstorms. So it's like, heck yeah, man. Love me a good storm here and there. Anyways. Alright. Enough being off topic. But yeah, so that storm, it does seem like that rotation might be fading out a little bit on that Northwest Virginia tornado warning. Other than that, we're just kind of chilling with a couple other warnings. We got one up here in northeastern Ohio, 60-mile-an-hour winds for all of the severe warnings. They're literally all warned just for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and most of them are under quarter hail. So most of it's just for gusty winds overall. So let's see here. Lightning strikes in South Vermont a couple minutes ago. Yeah, I mean, we got that storm popping off out there. Let me take a look and see. If we zoom in here, you can actually see that. Yeah. So, see all those little plus marks there? Let me see if I can turn off the radar for a second so you can kind of see that a little better. So, you see all those plus marks there? Those are all lightning strikes, and the darker ones, those are older lightning strikes, and the brighter ones are new ones. So, like that yellow one, or sorry, that white one, those are like brand new lightning strikes that just came through not long ago. So, yeah, you can kind of see where that's at. Let's see, big downpour now. Let's stop. The sun's out. That's one of the things here is like, it can be literally thunderstorming and sunny at the same time here in Florida. That's one of the jokes going around. Let's see. Will there be supercells in State College, Pennsylvania area? There is a possibility for a couple supercells in Pennsylvania throughout most of the state because we do have a 2% chance. We're still not entirely sure where, to be exact. Or sorry, this general area has a potential for tornadoes. Yeah, overall, but meaning supercells. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. Asher says, is there a tornado warning? Yeah, there's one tornado warning up here in northern West Virginia for this weird little area between Pennsylvania and Ohio. This is for, New Farindaban, and out there towards Bethlehem. The rotation on it, though, has died down a little bit. That's why I'm not talking about it as much as I did. We'll do a little update on it, though. Just a little itty-bitty cell there. Yeah, I think a lot of it's died out for the most part. It had some rotation on previous scans, it seemed. Like right there, you see how there's height and velocities right there? That's where your rotation was at. And in later scans, it kind of seems like it might be fading out. I mean, there might be a little bit of rotation still left in that storm, but still not entirely sure. But yeah, it looks like it is weakening a bit, though. But yeah, still heads up towards Sand Hill. It is mostly over, like, kind of no man's land. Or never mind, I lied. I didn't know. No, there is houses out here actually. Kind of weird configuration though. Look at that weird. Interesting. Let's see here. Capitol needs to fix American state borders. I just find this one a little weird. Because, like I said, you have West Virginia right here, and then you got Pennsylvania. That's an R. That's not a... Hold on a minute. Pennsylvania. and then you got Ohio, and then you got just little West Virginia. We're squeezing right between the right between the two. I never understood that. I always find that kind of weird. Tornado warning. Another one up in New York. Now, this is out there for, let's see, Lebanon, Hamilton, Brookfield for 26 minutes. That is now our third tornado warning of the day. I told you, man, once I start saying something, it's when it seems to, when I start to say it's calm, that C word should be banned on this platform here. Always seems like when I mention something, it's whenever something happens. Oh, yeah, there's definitely some rotation on that cell there. Correlation coefficient, don't see any debris signatures, but that's out there by Lebanon, y'all. Lebanon and Hamilton, Brookfield. This is in not Pennsylvania, this is in New York. Kind of east central New York State. Let's see here. So, yeah, new tornado warning out there, y'all. Hop the reflectivity here. Just a little tail. Is that a new cell? Not really. It's a big clump of a storm there. It's that southern tail. It's always the tails that have that. Got some reports of trees down. Actually reported out here in southwest, kind of western, southern portions of Vermont, near Wallingford, slightly southwest of Wallingford, in Rutland County, 1 mile southeast of Tenmouth. Getting reports of trees down from that line of storms that rolled through, so could be a little bit of damaging winds out of those guys. Pull up another radar here, another radar site. We're going to hop over to New York, take a look at that tornado warn cell. Oh, yeah, definitely a little bit of rotation on there. Yeah, she's been rotating for a few. UCC, no drops, no debris signatures yet. So still radar indicated. Still, as of now, it's just radar picking up rotation in that storm. As of right now, there's no confirmation of any naders. So let's hope it doesn't get to that point. But I need Hamilton, New York in your shelters right now. If you guys could, make sure you're in your central interior portion of your home. We do got a mesonet out there apparently. So it'll be interesting to collect some data on that. We're getting some 17-mile-an-hour wind gusts near that storm right now. Hopefully it'll kind of die out soon, I'm hoping. Don't want any more of that. Okay, we're going to hop over to that West Virginia tornado warning for a minute. Let's go ahead and hop on back. By the way, guys, if you could, once again, consider subscribing. Like I said, we're 5 subscribers away. I'm just trying to reach our goal tonight here of 26,300. We are literally 5 off. So if you guys could do that for me, it'd be greatly appreciated. You guys can be subscribed, and that way you guys can experience some more severe weather coverages like this. So, yep, that's what I was afraid of. Yeah. Let's see here. Pine Stuff says, I live in Oneida. Let's see. So we are getting parts of the supercell crazy that there is a tornado just south of us. So it's not confirmed. Yeah, so you're right in here. It's not confirmed yet, but it is rotating for sure. One in West Virginia, maybe a little bit of rotation still, but that one I think is going to expire here soon. I think we got 10 minutes roughly? 7 minutes. So, yeah, the West Virginia one doesn't have too much longer. The one up here in New York, though, this one has still a little bit because this one's still brand new. Oh, yeah, we should be getting a new day one outlook soon. So we got Hamilton in that tornado warning there, south of Waterville. That's where this tornado warning is at. So radar indicated threat, once again, like I said, basically meaning that radar has picked up rotation in the storm, and that rotation's located just southwest of Hamilton. Like I said, we do have a mesonet out there. We're going to keep an eye on that and see if there's... Ooh, yeah, that's picking up. That is picking up. Said new watch was never issued. I guess not. I mean, they're probably seeing that it's kind of underactive. It to me, guys, it seems like this event is underperforming as of right now. I mean, we've been live almost 3 hours here, and the watch has been out for as long as I've been live, and we've only had one tornado warning up here where that watch is for. So, I'm not complaining. I am actually very happy about that. It's just that, hopefully, fingers crossed, that the rest of this event will play out similarly. Because we don't want no naders. We don't want any of that action. All we want is just some nice thunderstorms, a little bit of rainfall, without the spinny part. Just rain and no spin. Get rid of that spinny. Nobody likes that spin. Is that a new... That might be some upper rotation up there. Just northeast of that cell there, too. You see that? Maybe they're about Cassville, maybe. Keep an eye on that. See if they end up doing anything with that guy. Got a few severe warnings out here. And got one up in New Hampshire now. 60-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah, as long as you'd stay indoors and away from windows and a warning with 60-mile-an-hour winds and under quarter hail, it should be good. Just stay indoor. Let me check. Did they actually finally... Did they update that SP? See upload or Outlook. Let's see here. Next one's scheduled. So yeah, we should be getting one here. Wait, did they delay it? It said 0 Zulu, or sorry, 20 Zulu, right? Oh, I'm thinking 0 Zulu. I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind. Scratch that, y'all. My brain is not braining right now. So yeah, that means the new Outlook is out. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, so they kept the 10% tornado risk, but they did shrink it. Quite a bit, actually. Yeah. Here, let me go ahead and hop y'all over here to the full screen real quickly. So they did shrink that tornado prob a bit out there. So it's... Oh. There you go. Hey, you can kind of see it's a little 10% now. Still includes a little portion of northern Massachusetts, south Vermont, south New Hampshire. They did... I think they might have removed you, Andy, out of that risk. I forgot how far west you are. But I think they did remove you out of the tornado risk. Still in the wind risk, though. Yeah. They did actually... Has that slight risk been in Kentucky? Hold on, I feel like let's see. Hold on a minute, y'all. Oh yeah, you're about to see. Here, let me hop back to Maine. You're about to see that new update here on the SPC with the day one Outlook. So there you go. So there, remember the previous. Here's the old Outlook right here. How it has that 10% going up near the Canadian border. So let me go ahead and refresh that, see if it'll do anything. I don't know if it came out yet. So turn it off. Do the old turn off and turn back on technique. Didn't seem to work this time. So let's see. Well, while we're at it, let me go ahead and check. Okay, so we did have a slight in Kentucky, I guess. Okay, well, we'll keep this up here. That way we'll see if see that new update. But right now, y'all, just got a couple of severe warnings out here between like southern Vermont and southern New Hampshire. Not a whole lot of craziness. We do got one tornado warning. It's still radar indicated out here. Let me go and hop up our main radar real quickly. Got a little bit of rotation that just crossed over Hamilton, New York there. No debris signatures, which is a good sign. But like I said, still got a warning in place. I hope East Tennessee gets some rain today. It's K-pop. I think y'all are going to, actually. Yeah, there's a chance y'all might actually see that. Let me hop down here real quickly. It's actually a little dry right now, it seems. Let me check on models real quickly, like HRRR. I'm going to look for you, man. Yeah, yeah. So you can actually see that. So as we approach this evening, it does look like we're going to get a couple rounds, man. Some storms. Probably not severe, but a couple of rounds. There we go, y'all. There's that update. So you see how they brought down that 10%. It was way up here. They chopped off more than half of it. They chopped off like 2/3 of that entire risk. There's thunder outside. Yeah, I mean, these guys aren't even tornado possible tagged. Man, oh man. Yeah, these guys are... I'm happy to say, guys, I do think that today is underperforming. Knock on wood, please. I'm bad at that, man. Always up here jinxing it. Always. I'm going to check my local area real quickly, guys. I want to see. I just heard a lot more thunder. Let me check on my storms out here towards Lake. Oh, yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah, buddy. Yeah, I'm out here in Lakeland. This is the storm I'm on right now. Did y'all hear that? Goodness. That must be like... Oh, I'm near this one, actually. I'm in this area near Lakeland. In the area here. Dude, buddy. I'm gonna, like... Dude. It's getting kind of crazy out there. Oh, my gosh. What's up, Carissa? Sorry, I'm just currently dealing with Florida storms right now. What an outflow boundary that thing's producing. Holy cow. All right, we're going to get back to the severe risk. Yeah, we don't even have a severe risk. This is just typical Florida here. All right, they did cancel one of the warnings, it looks like, up here in Vermont. So, we got to one warning, one severe thunderstorm warning up here. Can you guys hear that? I'd be surprised if you couldn't. Out there, we have Bennington and Brattleboro. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts out there. See, Asher says, my neighbor had a bonfire yesterday. He only had a little hose, and it was a big fire. So we are so dry out here in East Tennessee. Yeah, it's been pretty dry here in Florida for a while until finally we hit rainy season. Now that I'm thankful for. I love me some good rain every once in a while. You know, it's definitely pretty good. Guys, let's see here. They did cancel that West Virginia one. We're good. But we still got that one tornado warning right now up in New York out there by Hamilton. And like I said, Brookfield. Dude, there's some close strikes outside. But yeah, so 13 minutes left on those guys. 13 minutes. So probably not a whole lot longer. Let's see here. But y'all, can I ask for a favor? Like I said, I hate being the one to do this, man, but we're so freaking close. If you guys could, consider subscribing if you haven't already. It's free. Just hit that button that's down below. Because we're literally 3 subs off from reaching our goal of 26,300. We got it tonight, I have a feeling. Oh, got a new tornado warning to the south here, y'all. Just got issued for Johnson City. Wow, thing's got a little bit of a hook on there. That's in some pretty populated areas there too. Hopefully that thing doesn't. Ooh, yeah. I don't see much rotation on that, but the shape is definitely concerning. That's an interesting storm. But yeah, I see why they did it. All right, so heads up towards Johnson City, let's see, Binghamton, let's see, Port Dickinson. Let's see, also heading out there towards West Colesville. So heads up to y'all out there. 26 minutes left on that warning. The northern one is 11 minutes. Let's check up on that guy too while we're at it. Still got that rotation east of Hamilton. Mostly, I believe, yeah, fairly rural areas. But this is about to head over towards North Brookfield. Yeah, it's a little more people there. Goodness. Let's see here. Thanks, K-Pop. I appreciate it, dude. Ash says, I had a dream the other day I could feel the energy from lightning strike. That's interesting. All right, let me check on velocity here. We're gonna pull back up our main radar here. Yeah, you know, you can kind of see where that RFD, rear flank downdraft, start to kind of possibly push back behind that storm. That's probably why the Weather Service went ahead and go ahead and issued that, so they can get it early. I see why. I do see why they did that. That northern one, we still got a little bit of rotation. We're scanning pretty, I wouldn't say super high, but we're scanning a little over 3,500 feet. So we're not quite surface level, but we are close. No debris signatures, so still radar indicated. Don't want no radar confirmed, I'll tell you that. But as of now, we got those two out there. So we shall see. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and disable my camera for a minute. I'm going to eat another snack. You know, you got to snack during streams, man. I won't make any noise, though, I promise. But anyways, yeah. So like I said, just got those two guys kicking off right now. Up here in New York, kind of south central New York is where we have this. Hamilton is one of the areas that we have that tornado warning, but you guys are pretty much past that point. I think Hamilton, you guys are pretty much good. Storm's already out of your area, basically. Rotation's east of you. Okay, so we have that. And of course, that southern cell, we have that new one. Yeah, this thing's probably getting ready to start tightening up, maybe near Inwell, Johnson City area, down here in south central New York State. So just a bit of a heads up for you guys there overall. So yeah, we'll watch out for it. Definitely watch out there for it. Let's see here. But yeah, we're definitely. I find it kind of funny or kind of weird how we're having the most tornadic activity so far today has been in like central New York. Which, for example, that's where today we have the lowest threat for tornadoes and the greatest threat for tornadoes. We haven't even had a tornado warning, except for one up in northwestern Vermont a couple hours ago. But that is, yeah, that's long gone there. Speaking of, just got a new warning up here in Vermont. Let's see here. That's actually out of that back line of storms. This is probably the last round of storms coming through. Ooh, they put a torr possible on it though. 60 mile an hour wind gust and 0.75 inch hail, which is penny hail. Let's see. Yeah, we got a little bit of a notch here. Y'all see that? A little bit of an inflow notch. Probably some warm inflow starting to work its way into that storm somehow. Velocity on that sucker. Doesn't look like we got much rotation on that right now, so that's why they didn't put a tornado warnings, because they don't see rotation yet. But we'll keep an eye on it, and if it does anything, we'll be sure to let you know. Yeah, I mean, all eyes right now is kind of on central New York State. It's kind of where we got everything right now. We're watching. Let me hop radars. Might have a little bit of rotation, maybe trying to start up near Johnson City, New York. We'll see. Keep an eye on it. Thing's got a hook on it, though. Look at that. A little bit of a fish hook. Classic hook signature, showing that there is some rotation. For that northern cell, yeah, she's still rotating, heading towards Bridgewater. Bridgewater, New York's not under a severe thunderstorm warning. Or, sorry, not under a tornado warning, or a severe thunderstorm warning, I should say. But there is a little bit of rotation heading your way out of that tornado warn cell. So an extension might be needed. Don't be surprised if we did pick up a tornado warning near Bridgewater, West Winfield here in the next couple of minutes. I'm not the National Weather Service. I can't be for sure if they're going to issue it, but like I said, from what I see, I still see rotation in that storm, and it is tracking towards Bridgewater and West Winfield. Oh my goodness, dude, it's pouring outside. Oh yeah, it is coming down, man. Let me check my mesonet. Oh, yeah. Starting to report some heavy rain. This is my mesonet, which is my fancy weather station. See these .01 values at the end? That's showing us that we've had a hundredth of an inch of rain in basically 1 second. And determining on how often we get these 0.01 meters shows that like, there's station pressure. Wow, that was a big. I felt that vibrate. Did you guys hear that one? That was a pretty serious thunder roar there. The thing literally shook the ground underneath me. Had to run to the store, hoping the severe weather rain holds off. Gotcha. But yeah, she's logging every second. You can see, getting some fresh data of that thunderstorm up down here in Florida. Let's see here. All right, we got 5 minutes left on that northern tornado warning, guys. One for Brookfield. There. We got 5 more minutes left. That south one, let's see here. South one, quite an interesting shape to it. We're a little too close to radar, unfortunately, so it's making things a little hard to see. Let's see here. But yeah, we got ourselves Johnson City, Port Dickinson, Binghamton. Yeah, make sure y'all are in your shelters there. See, y'all can hear that? Yeah. That was a pretty good one, man. Pretty good one. Let's see here. You write something down real quickly. Kind of want to go back on my stream later and see that. See if I can see how well you can hear that. All right. Let's see here. Dead Knight says, looking at the storm over northern Cambria, Pennsylvania. It looks like rotating between North Cambria and Cherry Tree, Pennsylvania, but I can't tell. Cambria, I'm not sure where that's at. Oh, shoot. Got another tornado warning here in... I knew that one was coming, dude. Holy cow. Dude, the lightning's getting crazy. Oh, shoot, we got an extension warning. All right, y'all. We're starting to pick up in some nadir warnings out here. Southwestern Pennsylvania got another tornado warning southwest of Pittsburgh. Very far southwestern corner of Pennsylvania out there towards East Findlay. Let's see here. Condit Crossing out there by Sacramore, 10 Mile. Radar indicated threat. No hail on that one is expected. Let's see velocity. Oh, yeah. Yeah, got a little bit of a mesocyclone with that near Simpson Store towards Old Concord and Nineville. So heads up there for you guys. Let's see that new extension warning. Yeah, so they did extend that that tornado warning. Like I was saying, once again for Bridgewater, I mentioned that here probably about 5-10 minutes ago. How they were probably going to extend that, considering that there is still some rotation with that storm, in which that's heading towards Bridgewater there. So heads up to y'all's. Let's see here. Got a new warning up there in northern Vermont there too, towards Montclair. Yeah, we got a little bit of storm activity popping up out here. Oh, that has a hook on it too. That's that notch storm. I don't think that thing's going to go tornadic anytime soon, or right now at least with that latest scan. I don't think it will. We'll keep an eye on it though, obviously. I'll monitor it. And if it goes tornado warning, then I'll let you know. Tornado watch extended southward. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, we're starting to get these little shrimp cells popping off here. Between New York and like Pennsylvania, we've had a couple of them. Northern Cambria is near Altoona. Gotcha. Alright, so we still got that hook there towards Port Dickinson out of Johnson City. No longer in that warning there, so that's good. But, dude, it is pouring outside. Yeah, I'm still getting those .01 values, so it's still raining pretty good outside right now here. Anyways, yeah, Interstate 88 there. It's kind of running parallel to Interstate 88. Let's see, we have Bridgewater. Warning, 15 minutes left on that guy. That southern one, 15 minutes, so those will expire here at 4:30 Eastern. Unless they extend it, which we hope not. Nikki says we got some, let's see, we got some, it poured rain. We got some water in southern Indiana. My rain barrels for my plants half full. Wow. Needed that water. Yeah, for sure. That's good. It's good you got some water. Alright, let's hop back down to the Pittsburgh storm. Got that shrimpy boy out there. East Findlay. It's kind of where that warning's at there for. East Findlay should be good, though, because the storm's mostly east of you, southeast of you now. Old Concord, Deer Lick, and Prosperity. Got 29 minutes. Yeah, so we'll just have to keep an eye on these little shrimpy guys for a little bit. You know what, man? I'm going to tell you this. It's good to be back live with you guys for these coverages. Like, being live over 3 hours, I consider that decent coverage today. I'm pretty happy with the amount I've covered today. It's been a while since I did a long live stream like this. It's for a good cause, man. By the way, guys, like I said, if you guys have any zip codes that you want me to look at for today, I'll let you know your probability for tornadoes, regarding the threat today. Let me hop on back to that radar there. All right, that rotation's right over Bridgewater right now, y'all. The one out there for central New York State. Yeah, Bridgewater. No debris signatures. See, top back down to that one towards Port Dickinson. Finally pulling away from that radar, so our scans will get a little better. Let me try arcing the beam a bit. Getting a lot of upper level scans here. I mean, I'm literally scanning like... Ooh, yeah. Tilting that radar beam up towards that storm. Let's see here. MP says you've gone above and beyond as usual. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, MP. Like I said, I try to do the best I can to help you guys out during these situations, you know. It's not always the easiest for me to do these streams on end for hours and hours, but, you know, it's worth it at the end. You know, if there's any potential I could help save lives, I'm gonna do it, of course. Yeah, I love tracking weather, you know. It gets to be a lot sometimes. Once again, y'all, tornado warning in southwestern Pennsylvania. We're watching another cell. I believe this is mostly rural zones. I'm not seeing too many areas listed. Let me try this one here. Yeah, so it's pretty low end, like pretty small areas. It looks like just a few little houses here and there. Towards East Findlay, Prosperity, southwestern Pennsylvania, by the way. Sagamore, let's see here. 10 Mile, Nineveh, I think it is. It's just north of Waynesburg, by the way. Twitter video tagged. All right, let me see. Let's see. Oh, I did get it. Cool. Here, let's see. Take a look at that latest one. I guess, Fonda, I guess you want me to share that one too? Let me go ahead and bring up my Twitter. By the way, y'all, if you want to follow our Twitter, it's in the bottom right-hand side. It'll always be there if you want to follow our Twitter. It's at NWW116_WX. That is our Twitter. Let me take a look and see here. Fonda's view here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's... Here, let me hop back to full screen. So this is Fonda's video submission. So let's go into Fonda here. Definitely can... a lot of upper level clouds out there. Those might be some alto cumulus. They seem pretty high topped cumulus clouds up there. Let's see. Seems like you're like in the middle of a field here. Wow. Yeah, you quite are in the middle of a field taking this video. Yeah, make sure if there's any thunderstorms that heads out your way, Fonda. Make sure you're not in that middle of the field during that thunderstorm. Just want to let you know, because that's that wouldn't be very safe. But I appreciate you though for taking those videos for us. Much appreciated, my friend, and thank you. And that was Fonda. Fonda's view. Let's see here. All right, so that's. Was that a tornado warning I just saw? I think it's... Oh, no, it's just lightning. Never mind. We're good. All right. Whoa. Okay, they canceled that tornado warning one towards Johnson City, guys. That's no longer in effect. They also made a really weird warning out of this one. 9 minutes for Mapledale at Bridgewater. Wait, does that mean we only have 2 tornado warnings? I think we only have 2 active nadir warnings right now. We got that one in southwestern Pennsylvania. This guy right here that we're watching, too. This is the one that's in mostly rural zones. I mean, there's some houses in here. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like any big cities out there. Yeah, and then we got that really weird. Yeah, so we got one in Pennsylvania, one in New York. They did just drop a couple of those. Let's see. So one will expire here. The one in New York. So the weird one will expire in about 8 minutes. And then this one will expire here a little more. This one will expire at 4:45. So that would be like, what, 17 minutes? No, my math is very wrong. Hold on. Let me just look. It's a lot easier if I look. 23 minutes. Yeah, something like that. Is there a CC drop at that Greene County cell? Pines, which one is that? And do you have a zip code for it? Like I said, I don't know counties very well. That's... Yeah, I'm not good at that. Not good at remembering all the counties in the U.S. So there's a lot of them. Especially a place I don't live. I mean, I barely know all the counties around Florida here where I'm at. I only know like 3 or 4 of them that are around me. Like Osceola and obviously I'm in Polk County here. And we have Orange County, which is like Orlando. Tampa. I think Tampa County. Here comes thunder. Just heard a pretty good rumble of thunder there for a second. Let's see here. Alright, so we got 7 minutes left on that one, y'all. Oh, on this guy here? Okay, let me take a look at the radar. See what we got going on there. Let me pull up CC, correlation coefficient. Hold on a second. I think that's side lobe contamination. Have you ever heard of that? Side lobe contam? Let's see here, Alex. Side lobe contamination. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's, yeah, that's not tornadic debris, I don't think. Goodness, dude. I think that's just radar doing radar things, man. Look up side lobe contamination. There's videos of it on YouTube. I'm not good teacher at explaining side lobe, so it's just something you kind of know, but you can't explain. All right, let's see here. Hopping back over here. So we have Bridgewater under that tornado warning there. We got just about 6 minutes left on that guy. They did cancel that tornado warning for the one a while ago for Johnson City area. That's no longer in effect, by the way. Starting to get some more severes out here, though. I'll tell you that. A couple severes out there in New Hampshire. Got the storm starting to roll into New Hampshire now. Man, that lightning thunder is crazy outside. Yep, 60-mile-an-hour winds on those guys. Let's see here. 60, 60, 60, 60. Yeah, so all these severe warnings are for 60-mile-an-hour winds. Stay indoors, away from windows. Should be good. But yeah, no, we're starting to get some activity up here in New Hampshire now. It's actually... Goodness. There's a good storm outside right now, man. Let's see, am I still getting some? Oh, yep, still reporting some little... So if you're wondering what this is my mesonet, guys. Oh, pressure's rising. Wow. I must be caught up in the downdraft of a storm right now. That would explain a sudden pressure rise. The station pressure was a little like lower 1,010 millibar zone. Now we're kind of pushing, kind of lower 1,011. So 1 millibar spike. But she's, wow, man. Yeah, I might be caught up in a storm's downdraft right now. That'd be pretty interesting. Mount Washington's really starting to pick up some winds now. Wow, 75-mile-an-hour wind gusts and gust up to 75, sustained at 60. So constant winds blowing at 60s, gusting, peaking up to 75 overall. So that's that. Let's see. Oh, they canceled they canceled the one in New York State. So we are left with that one tornado warning in southwestern Pennsylvania. We have 18 minutes left on that guy, unless they decide to, to cancel it earlier. But it's still in effect here. Still looks like there's a little bit of rotation on that cell. There's a little bit of side lobe contamination. It's right on the edge of that that scan there. Bit of side lobe, no debris. It's kind of hard to tell because it's a small cell. It's a shrimpy boy. Why is there no severe thunderstorm watch in southwestern Pennsylvania? I don't know. I guess they didn't go through with it. So the Storm Prediction Center. Yeah, dude, it didn't materialize, did it? Holy cow. So I don't know if y'all remember earlier. We had 3 mesoscale discussions. One was just talking about the greatest tornado concern being across Vermont a couple hours ago, which is no longer there. But yeah, look at that. So we only have 1 mesoscale discussion. Watch possible. That's for eastern Pennsylvania. Northern New Jersey, a lot of thunder out there right now. Southern New York there too. But we did have a mesoscale discussion. I can actually pull it up here for you. Previous MCD. So there's the greatest threat ones. But yeah, before that, they issued this guy right here. You can see. Watch is likely, 80% chance. They issued this. It's valid until 3:45 p.m. Eastern. It's 4:28. It did not go through. It did not get issued. So we do not have a severe thunderstorm watch out there. They decided that it's not needed, even though they gave it an 80% chance that it would be needed. That is pretty rare, actually. I haven't seen that too often. The fact that it was so likely of it happening and it didn't end up happening is pretty wild. This event, at least in its early stages, from what we've been tracking so far today, has been pretty quiet. I think today might end up being a bust. I hope it is. You know, after all we've seen today, I mean, I've been live for 3.5 hours now. You know, so I've been here for a while with you guys, and from what we've seen, we've only had a handful of tornado warnings, and most of them, actually all of them except for one, wasn't even in the big area. Most of them were actually out there towards like Pennsylvania and New York State, and that one in West Virginia. But you know, whenever it comes to it here up in the Northeast, though, you know, for the Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire areas, no, they've been, you know, mostly just severe thunderstorm warnings just for low end capabilities, you know, just for like 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and stuff like that. But we still got one tornado warning that we're watching right now. This is in extreme southwestern Pennsylvania, down there on the corner. This is out there just north of Waynesburg, out there by 10 Mile. It's got a little bit of a hook on there, you can see. A nice little baby supercell east of West Union here. But yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at. I got another warning, 60-mile-an-hour winds northeast. Oh, wow. Dude, that one shook the ground. Holy cow. Northeastern Ohio there. We got southern New York, 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter hail. Let's see here. Got a couple severe thunderstorm warnings up here for Vermont. All these guys are for 60-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah, so pretty low end, even severe thunderstorm warnings out there. Pretty low end. But yeah, we're tracking one tornado warning, 14 minutes to go. Out there for Greene and Washington counties. Yeah, and I think the main tornado threat is well underway at this point. Golly. Dude. Let's see here. That was quite a thud. Did y'all hear that? I'm pretty sure you heard that one. This is probably one of the louder ones we've heard. But yeah, no, this... Oh, yeah, look at that little hook there. Man, it's kind of really hard to tell. God. Dude, I'm going to check my radar real quick. Dude. There is some close storms nearby for me right now. Let me look. Whoa, buddy. Buddy, what is going on here? Oh my gosh, this thing's just sitting over me. What the heck, man? There are some outflow boundaries on these suckers too. Wow. See those noodles coming out the side? This is just cold air smacking the surface and pushing out in all directions. So there's all that air just being displaced. Wow, man, that's incredible. Yeah, I'm out here in Lakeland, so this is where I'm getting activity here. Goodness, yeah, that storm's right over me, man. This is right over me right now. This would be pretty good weather data that I'm recording. Haven't picked up much. Oh, goodness. So you know what, y'all? They actually ended up issuing a new. They ended up issuing a new severe thunderstorm watch just now. The one that was 40% materialized, but the one that was 80% did not. So we got a new severe thunderstorm watch out there. Let's see here. Golly, Ponderosa. I'm gonna open up my window. I want to see if I can see any of these lightning strikes. Dude, it is pretty gray outside right now, I'll tell you. Yeah, most of that storm's to my north. I think it is. Man, sorry, I'm just a little excited to get some storm, man. I know I just love storm season. It's good to have a good storm. Let's see here. Strong to severe storms continue into the evening. From a mesoscale discussion there. Let's see. But yeah, let me go ahead and see if I can pull up that new watch there. Let's see. I think storms are over for upstate New York, says Jamie. For upstate New York, there'll probably still be a couple through the evening. Yeah. Yeah, we still got a couple of them. We have a few up there still up by southern Canada. Eventually could track into New York there. I think out there by Buffalo, yeah, got a little bit of showers. But yeah, I think a lot of our heavy stuff's over with out in these regions. Just got back from Disney World a few days ago. Rain most days. Yeah, it's actually nice, Ponderosa. We've been very dry, and finally we got the rain we needed. Let me pull up that watch, guys. We're going to see if I can access that yet, which I should be able to via Twitter. So let me pull that up now. Storm Prediction Center. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, wow. This is a pretty big watch, actually. That covers most of Pennsylvania. There you go. Yeah, look at that, man. So that includes, like, East Central Ohio, pretty much most of the state of Pennsylvania there, as well as like southern New York, portions of like northwestern portions of New Jersey, western Massachusetts, and southern New York State there. They've included that area. All right, y'all, we got 9 minutes left on our tornado warning here. We're kind of winding down on that tornado warning here. I don't know if they're going to extend it or not. Still looks like it could be rotating maybe a little bit. Maybe just a little bit. But we'll see. See what she does. And of course, we got all these handful of severe thunderstorm warnings out here. Oh, they did upgrade this one for ping pong ball hail. The one for western Connecticut. Let me look at that one real quickly. Yeah, I could see it. We're getting some high echoes. High echoes up there. Pretty rural areas though, so I ain't too worried about it. But yeah. $60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, $50 hail. Might be picking up a little bit on the hail. Like I said, hail probability for today is going to be pretty low. We're not expecting any massive hailstones today. You know, maybe up to anywhere ranging between quarter to the ping pong ball size is kind of what we're ranging today with hail. You know, low probability to 5% across the Northeast here. Nothing spectacularly large. By far the main problem, is the tornado threat following that potential for damaging winds too. Potential for some gusts, ranging between 60 and 70 miles an hour. No significance on those. We're not talking 70 plus. Significant threat would mean 70 plus winds. We're talking, mostly just like, mostly lower 60, 70 stuff. Let's see. I don't know how long I'm going to be live for, y'all. We've been live for over 3.5 hours here. So I'm thinking about ending soon, maybe. We'll see. My dad's calling me. I can't answer that right now. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm going to hop back up here towards Vermont. Got a couple storms out here kicking off. Let's see here. Got southern New York State here. We got Millerton, Pine Plains, Dover Plains. Yeah, that's the one with that hail core there. Got a few little echoes. You might tabletop. You might get a couple of them. We do have a marginal risk out there, so a couple storms couldn't be ruled out. All right, y'all. I think when that tornado warning expires, we're gonna call it. Oh, they actually just extended that tornado warning. All right, well, I think we're going to head off here now, y'all. Once again, I appreciate you for being here. That's going to go ahead and conclude our 3 hours and 40 minutes of coverage today. Got some other things I want to go ahead and do. But yeah, that's going to go ahead and wrap up the live stream for today. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like. Be greatly appreciated. And guys, we're 1 subscriber away from reaching our goal, man. 26,300. We're 299 right now. If you guys could, on your way out, hit that subscribe button, leave a like. Greatly appreciated, y'all. Once again, thank y'all for joining. We did have a couple donators today. Let me go ahead and go over our donation list here. We had 3 donators today. We had Tabletop Dude earlier in the stream. Thanks so much, man. We had Matthew Allen as well as Jason. Thank you guys. Once again, I deeply appreciate y'all and your support. It's greatly appreciated. Helps keep me rolling over here, you know. So thank you all for the people who have donated. And, of course, thank you all for joining. Thank you guys for hanging out with us and everything. And once again, I do appreciate y'all. But alrighty, guys. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and call it a stream for now. Once again, if you haven't already, consider subscribing. We're going to try to reach that goal tonight. If you guys could, maybe share this too. It'd be greatly appreciated. But well, that's going to go ahead and conclude our coverage for now, my friends. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And we'll catch y'all tomorrow. Going to do the same thing tomorrow. Going to do some more updates for y'all. And we'll keep y'all informed with tomorrow's severe weather and everything like that. But alrighty, guys. Once again, thanks for joining, and we'll catch y'all later on. See you later, guys. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.